What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday live here this evening on the Joe Wentz Project TV. Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. But before we move into that, let's bring him in. Guitarist, drummer, bassist, multi-instrumentalist, Grammy Award winner. All right, here we go. Let's bring him in.
Oh, you too much, Joe. Go on, man. Oh, there's number one.
Oh, man. What's going on, man? I haven't seen you in about 2.5, 3 hours.
2.5, 3 hours. No, I literally just ate, man, like 20 minutes ago. It's been a long day, but what a great, no, don't ever apologize. We went to our show, man. Come on.
Man, it was Ralph and I have been just getting it. I mean, just boom, boom, boom all day since he got here, just nonstop. Mm-hmm. And you probably could have got home another 30 minutes earlier if I hadn't missed the exit coming back. I
missed my exit. I was like 2 hours later.
I was sitting there and I said, man, do you remember when, and I looked and I said, why does everything look different? And I said, oh, man. And then we get off the exit and I said, all right. And when everybody's at a stop, there's these two bucket trucks working like on the tree line or something, Duke Power, Duke Energy. And everybody stopped. Nobody's directing traffic.
Generally, there's flag people out there or people at the stop sign. There was nobody.
Nobody. And I told you, every time Ralph and I get together, there's going to be something that's going to be worth talking about. So there's a guy up in the bucket real quick, and I'll get to the chat. There's a guy in the bucket trimming part of the tree. All of a sudden, the whole tree goes, ooh, boom. Yeah, it lands on top of the lines. All the lines are shaking. The guy in the bucket's all. I said, oh, my God.
Like, oh, my God, it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to take down all these power. But it didn't. But you know that man, he felt stupid.
I bet he was scared the crap out of him. I knew it would have me, but
I'll lose my job.
And the guy that's standing on the other side of the street, he's just standing there looking, and I'm like, dude, will you direct some traffic? Anyway, it was an adventure, man. It was a lot of fun. Let's go to the chat, man. Up top, we got. Let me get my applause ready. Up top, we got Ecater. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Mr. David Edward is here.
Hey, David.
Mr. Edward, it has been good so far, nice and quiet. We did not get half the bad weather that was predicted.
Yeah, we were supposed to be driving in the rain all the way up there, but it did not rain.
It ended up being very nice. And I was like, wow, man, what? And yeah, so I'm glad, Mr. Edward. That's good. I'm glad everything's okay. Scott from New York. What's up, Scott? How you doing?
Hey, Scott.
Nice to see you, sir. Rod. Hey, Rod. I'm going to try to go through these kind of quick, y'all, because we got a lot to talk about. And
we got a jam-packed show.
Yeah. Let's see. Decatur, he says that just about everything has gas prices. Injured me this weekend. Yeah, it's you must have bought a lot of stuff, man. Ooh.
Yeah, we stopped for gas to fill up his Mustang, and he was complaining about the gas prices.
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, it was. That's jacked up, man. Yeah. Yes, Scott, you're right. This stuff that's going on. Yeah, it's making everything go up. And I told Ralph that. You ever notice when something's going on with us in another country, this negative stuff? I said it always jacks the prices up of everything, especially gas. Man. Yep. Decatur says Ralph had a great Toto cover on his channel recently, showing off that awesome checkered board Jackson. Yes.
Thank you, Decatur.
Yes, sir. That. We're going to definitely get into that. I'm not going to touch that politics stuff there. All right, Let's see. Let's see. Cater, your car battery died. You had to place that. Yeah, car batteries are not cheap anymore.
Even when you try to get the cheap ones, they're still $120.
Yeah, it was insane. Diesel in Washington State, Rod says, is $5.89 a gallon. Whew. Yeah, man. Scott from New York, what amazes me about Ralph is how he plays the drums, the keyboards, the bass guitar, and everything he plays it and it plays it all and it sounds good. Yes. Sounds great. Yes.
I really do appreciate that because it takes a lot of work. It doesn't just, I'll go in here and knock out a song. Man, I've been working on that 2 weeks,
And it was great. Ralph sent it to me late last night, and he said, "Finally." And I looked and I said, "Oh man!" I said, "I like that."
And oddly enough, man, it's the keyboard part that gave me the biggest struggle, man. But
the intro piano part, yeah.
I sat there for 3 days working on that.
I can imagine because that's tricky, man.
But it's fun. I enjoy it. I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining at all.
No, it's. Scott says it was finally cool to finally see that Green Jackson bass. Yes,
and that was part of the that I initiated doing that because I still had that checkered to put on camera, and of course the green bass. And I was, it'd been months. I hadn't had both of them for months. Hadn't done anything with them, so I sat, and I don't even know how I come across this Toto song. I don't know why I latched onto that because, like I've said before, I've got 15. I've been working on 15 other things. I could have easily just picked one and finished it. No, I'm gonna start from scratch. That sounds like that's pretty easy. Then I got started with the keyboard. Oh my God, what have I done? Yeah. But I got it.
Yeah, it was fantastic, man. We've got the video to show y'all later of the Ralph Jam. We got that queued up. Yeah, man. Brian Power says, "What's up, Joe and Ralph? Look for you guys at the show." There was a lot of people there.
It really was,
and it was super crowded. We only saw 2 vendors that we were familiar with from our guitar shop review trips that we've made. One was Cornerstone Christian and Music Supply. Art Jackson and Mr. Lee was there. We talked to them, and then we walked around and filmed and looked at everything. There was quite a few vendors that saw us filming, and they were like, "Hey, how you doing?" They kind of said, "Come on over here," and we
love to talk.
Yes, sir. And we come over there, and they were very approachable, very nice, and I tried to make sure to get their every vendor had on their booth section has the name of their store and where they're from, and I was trying to get that with everybody we were filming. I might have missed one in here and there. I don't know. I'm still trying to upload footage as we speak. It's this video is going to be really good, man.
There was one vendor come all the way down from New York.
Yes,
I saw him like, wow, that was commitment.
Yeah, it was. That was wild. And we saw the other vendor we saw was Tony from Audio Centro. In Greenville
I don't know
County.
how we missed him. I
don't either because we went around. We were there a long time, and
several times we went around.
Yeah, we kind of went around because I was like, man, And then Jackson at Cornerstone said, "Did y'all see Tony?" And I said, "No, I didn't see him." He goes, "He's down there on the corner." So we went down there and saw Tony.
Yeah,
he had a nice setup too. He had that Marshall JCM 800 stack from the 80s. Remember, I told her, I said, "Boy, we'd love to have that, wouldn't you?"
Right. And that Stormtrooper guitar, I thought that was cool. Something different. It was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't shaped like a Stormtrooper. It just had a Stormtrooper.
Gibson Explorer had that paint job on it. It was awesome. I was like, yeah, I'd take that. Mr. Curtis, he says, "Hey, Joe and everybody, quick question. Is there a way to identify what model of a Floyd Rose trim you have just by looking at it?" The ones that I have, just by looking at it, yeah, because I put them in. But if you mean just walking up to a random guitar and, trying to figure that out,
it could be tricky.
There's a couple of things that I look for. Now, this is just me. I'm no expert. But if it says Floyd Rose and underneath those words it says special, you want to, either you want to avoid that or upgrade it ASAP with the upgraded post. Now, I do know that I have a couple of guitars I bought in the past, and the Floyds were black, and it just said Floyd Rose in yellow font, and that was all it said. Well, I already know from experience those are really cheap bottom of the barrel Floyds, so upgrade those. The Charvels, San Dimas, those come with Floyd Rose 1000. And it says just Floyd Rose, but they're chrome Floyd Rose 1000. Those are great. That's how I identify with stuff, but that's just how I do it. Cater says, "I saw Joe and Ralph briefly in the far back. I was with a small group of people." Oh, that's nice, man.
Should have come said hi.
Yeah, you should have said hey. He said,
I understand. Though it was packed. It was
Yeah,
packed.
it's busy.
It was hard to get in some of the places because there were so many people. I'd see something I
Yeah.
wanted to look at, but you kind of had to wait. We'll come back.
Yeah, and there was I bought a wah pedal, a Hendrix wah pedal for $85, and man, that guy that was running that booth, he was steadily selling stuff. Man,
We had to wait in line.
wait in line, and I was like, wow. And luckily,
of cash laying there.
yeah, I was like, dude, you might want to put that up, man. That was just what was? Oh yeah, I said, you take debit card? He goes, no. He said, do you have PayPal? I said, yeah. Man, I tried to get a signal. I didn't have no signal. And then he goes, oh, you need to get on Wi-Fi here. So it took me a minute. It took me a minute to get the Wi-Fi going, and I finally got that and PayPal'd him the money. It's $85, and I just got finished trying it out. It works. The bass scoop on it is really harsh, but that's how Hendrix had his. On a wah pedal, you got the treble side and the bass side when you rock the pedal, and when you bring it, if this is the back of your foot and you're rocking it where the front is toward the up,
Yeah.
it's that real kind of muffled, really muffled. I said, yep, that's a Hendrix pedal, all right.
I know you had several at your house when I left there today, and I almost said, you know what, let me borrow one of those and mess around with it. And I got to thinking, I do not need to figure something else out. I've never messed with a wah pedal, and that's not just something you can start doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a skill.
It took me a while to coordinate my foot whenever I wanted the effect to work. But you can. Yeah, that's the only thing I can multitask on. Clemson alum, hey, Joe and Ralph did the Asheville rock today. Yeah, it was nice,
It did.
man.
Yes, it did.
It was really nice. Yeah, it was and they're going to be going tomorrow too. So it was what, $12 to get in?
$12. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's $10.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's nice, man.
I didn't see a whole lot of this in there. These colors and stuff. I didn't see a whole lot of that in there. It was Gibson, Fender, heaven for people is what it was, and it was great, man. I love what still found some guitars I've never seen before, different shapes, colors I hadn't seen, shape shifting colors, and there's some interesting things there.
Yeah, it was nice. I didn't see a lot of the '80s colors I didn't see a lot of that either. I saw a couple, but
peppered in here and there. But
yeah,
I thought, where's the '80s booth at? I thought there might be a whole booth. There was not. Did they not know I was coming? What's going on?
Yeah, they didn't get the memo. Is that Animals and Things just became a member. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for becoming a member. That's very kind. Thank you. Let's see. We moving on down the line here. Liquor Master Flex, what's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. My new guitar arrived this week.
Yes.
All right. That's JP, man, he's calling us Beavis and Butthead. Oh, man. That's one show I never watched either.
I didn't either,
I
man.
Could not stand
it looked so stupid, and the way they laughed and
it drove me crazy, man.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But anyway, yeah, I mean, he made a lot of money off them cartoons, but
I don't know which one's Beavis and which one's Butthead, but you can be Butthead.
Yeah. There you go. That works. You can be part of the group. Let's see. Rico B, what's going on, Rico? He says, hey now. Good evening from 75 degrees in Arizona. That's nice. Yes, I saw your message, Mr. Powers. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't see it till I got home. It was really busy. Talked with the guys at Box Set Studios at the show, and I think they would like you guys to come do a video at their store in Fletcher, North Carolina.
Right on.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into that shop, and
we'll have our team investigate that.
Yeah, we'll get our legal consultant Val to look into it for us and reach out on our behalf. She's like, what?
I got to do something?
She goes, I'm not doing nothing unless I get some money. Dave Orkin, what's going on, Dave? How you doing?
Hey, Dave.
Mr. Bill Frank, good evening from Detroit, Rock City. What's up, Mr. Frank? I have to do that every time he hops in the chat.
Every time.
I have to do it. Yeah. Let's see. Dylan down the street. What's up, Dylan? SRV Jr.
All right.
Hey, Joe and Ralph, my dad and I went to the guitar show in Asheville. Oh, we did too, man.
Yeah.
Yes. They had a bunch of Strats there. Dylan, did you get anything, man? Yeah.
Also, it was cool how many, there's all ages there, all ages to the, even
Yes.
the really elder, like, holy crap. But like I was telling Joe, that those places like that bring musicians together, different experience, different skill levels.
Skill levels.
Yeah. Nobody's there to show off. We all enjoy the same thing,
No, and everybody, our experience today was a really great one. Everybody was polite and, nobody was trying to run over you or nothing, nothing. Everybody was courteous and it was, I told Ralph, I said, can you imagine how much money is in that building right now? Just in the values of guitars only.
Yeah.
Oh my
There was one table, and you'll see it in the video. It had 6 guitars on it, I think, and the total of those 6 was $170,000. I did math in my head, like, holy crap! And they're just laying there. I was telling Joe, they're not even behind glass or anything. You can just, can I pick this up? No, whose booth is this?
I put out a short
security
with that. I put a short out earlier this afternoon. Well, this evening. If you go on the channel and you look at the shorts, I got more to come, but I'm going to just spread them out. I'm not going to put them all out at once.
Yeah, the short you had 3 of those guitars. I had
3 because they were facing the right way and they had the tags were visible. The others were facing it, and I ain't worried about those. But all those together, it added up to a crap ton of money. We got Carrie Crouch. He goes, "Hey, from Detroit. What's up, man?"
All right, let me explain. With Carrie was kind enough to comment on my video, and it roughly said he was looking at some Jacksons earlier today, and he thought, "What would Ralph buy?"
Oh,
and I said, "I like that WWRB. What would Ralph buy?" That's what we're going to start using.
Okay,
what would Ralph buy? So
nice.
You can thank Carrie Crouch for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Crouch. I was wondering. I was like, "What is that? World War what?
What would Ralph buy?"
I was like, "That's good, man. I like that. That's clever." Let's move on down. We got Slam RN. Hello. How are you?
Hey, Slam. I don't know.
Scott from New York. Joe, did you know you can adjust that on your wah pedal? You can adjust the belt on the gear and change the tonality. Yeah. It's just, I don't know if I want to mess with it, but yeah, it sounds fine. But yeah, I might look into that later. Yeah.
It had some deep bass to it when you were practicing with it.
Yeah, Hendrix always had that. Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. AJ Brown, either of you struggle as you left behind? You felt when did we want to buy something? Did we struggle leaving?
Today did not. There was nothing in particular that said, I got to have that, or I need to look for that later, or see if I can find it cheaper. There was nothing. There was no what would Ralph buy on that one. I loved the show. It was great, man. Had a great show. I love looking at guitars, all kinds, but there was nothing there that I had to have. No.
Yeah, there was one for me, and it was at the end when we went to see Tony Audio Centro, and there it was, EVH Bumblebee stripe. I said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, buddy." I said, "Yeah, Ralph, we got to go."
What do you have on that?
$900. Yeah, that's good. And he said he just bought it off somebody that day, so somebody brought that and sold it to him.
Sold it to him, and
he turned right around and hung it on the thing, and put a tag on it. And he said, "I just got this a few minutes ago from somebody." I said, "Oh my God." So, I mean, it's a good thing if you need some fast cash, man, and you bring like 6 guitars with you, because they had people checking instruments when you walked in. That
yes,
if you went
check
in,
your gig bags, they would.
Yeah, they were checking them. So if you were there to sell stuff, and
on the way out too.
Yes, and if you bought something, you had to show them your receipt. Yeah, and there was a lot of vendors there that had up there, "We buy guitars." I mean, all of them about said that. I said, not all, but a bunch. I said, wow. And when I was buying that Hendrix pedal, there's a dude that like Ralph said, we were standing in line, and it was like this guy was standing over here with a gig bag, and the guy that owned the renting that booth, that owns the store, he looked at me. I said, "He's next, man." And that dude took out an Eventide harmonizer, the white one. And the guy offered him $250 for it, which is, you know, it was, I don't know how much they go for new, but the guy took it. He goes, yeah, I'll take it. And he gave him $250 for it. And I said, anything with Eventide on it is going to hold its value. Yeah.
Honestly, I thought he was selling the guitar he brought. I didn't know.
I thought it too. Yeah, that's because he went into his gig bag and he pulled out that Eventide effects price, whatever it was. I don't know, but let's see. We got RRD. Good evening, man. How you doing?
RRD. What's going on, man?
Nice to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Dylan did get something, I think. He says that they got a new guitar. We got a 2023 3-color Sunburst Fender Ultra Strat. Congratulations, man. That's nice, man. That is cool.
Always good to get a new guitar. Always.
Oh, man, yeah, absolutely. Headstock Harem, hello. He goes, hey, guys, I have some Ernie Ball coated strings coming from Sweetwater. Trying those for the first time. Have y'all ever tried them? No, I have not. Not the coated.
Coated with what?
I just use regular Ernie Ball 9-42 Super Slinkies, but
like coated with a color? Or what are they coated? What do you mean coated?
I don't know. Don't know. We'll see. Dave Orkin, instead of what would Ralph buy, JWBE, Joe would buy everything.
Hey.
Oh my God.
People are starting to really know us, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, Lord.
I feel so violated.
Mr. Mick. Hey, Joe and Ralph. Hey, Mr. Mick. How you doing?
How you doing, man? Scott,
what would Ralph buy? Snacks. That'd be me too. I'd be.
We were walking down there, and I'd smell something smells good, and you'd see somebody eating a hamburger or something. You know, I smelled some food.
Oh, I smelled some food. Yeah, they had some stuff. I had one food truck when we showed up. That some barbecue food truck was out there, and I told Ralph, I wonder how much he charges for a barbecue sandwich. I bet that's about $18.
Sure.
That and a bottle of water. That'd be $25. I'm like, good God. But of course, I don't. That's the wrong place to eat. Let's see. User Kid, have you seen the Bumblebee Frankie? Yes, I have. I didn't see it today, but I've seen it online. It was sharp. Yeah, I liked it, man. Must have been one of those new ones they revealed at NAMM this year. I'm guessing. But yeah, it was sharp, man. Whenever I think they can't come out with anything different, EVH always surprises me every year.
Remember that little Wolfgang section we saw? And I saw some colors I've never seen on those models before.
Those were standards, yeah. Yeah, those are standards usually run about anywhere from $699 to $800 new. Usually about $450, $499. I saw a couple of them that were new, and the other ones they looked good. I did good. I looked at them and I kept walking.
It's true. You did.
And yeah, I did good. MPL, hello all. Hey, how are you, man?
Hello. All.
Let's see. Downtown AJ Brown. He says, Joe, have you seen the Relic EVH Bumblebee? Yes, sir. I have. It's really nice. It is sharp. Yes. Let's see. We got God, Guitar, and Coffee. Hello. He goes, hey, Joe, would have been great if you bought that Bumblebee guitar. That's a great deal. Oh, believe me, my friend, it ran through my mind, but I can't. I got a electrician coming out here in the next few days to do a job, and I got to pay him. So that's where money's going. So, yeah, man, I have to get him squared away, man. I went through a lot of quotes to find somebody that finally was affordable, you know.
So are you officially in the market for one of these Bumblebees then?
No, I'm not. It's one that is in the back of my mind, you know, like whenever that opportunity whenever I have the money and I'm not strapped with stuff I have to have done, I'll eventually get one. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm in the market for, and I think I saw it at the Christian guitar,
Cornerstone. Yeah.
Cornerstone. It was a guitar chair. And when you get up, it has a little stand and you can set the guitar. Because my issue is I'm
Yes.
dragging one of these chairs, a comfortable chair, over here to my spot. And then I have to find me a empty guitar stand and bring it over here. So to have all that. And then when I get up, you can just fold it up, put it away.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm in the market for.
Yeah, they got those at Cornerstone. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think that's made by Fender.
Yeah,
I think
it was a Fender. It was.
Fender product. Yes. Let's see. Scott from New York. He says, I tried, let's see, the strings in the past where they were all different colors, but those are, oh man, I tried those. I'm drawing a blank on the, was it DR? Is that who that was? But, I tried those, man, and, I didn't like them.
It seemed like they would mute the sound somewhat. Maybe not a lot.
For me personally, now everybody's different. Okay, so this is just me. You got to throw that out there because some people, what'd you say? I'm like, come on, man.
Those are my favorite strings.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, and but I had some. They were like I don't know, like neon green or something. I had on a black guitar or something, and whenever I would be on the high E string and I'd be playing, get up to the high register, it was like the note didn't sustain as long because of the coating. And then after, I don't know, a couple of weeks, you could see where the coating was starting to come off, like what Scott said.
So it's not worth the hassle, really.
To me, it wasn't. And back then, I don't know about now, I haven't priced them, but back then, they weren't cheap. And I was like, well, that looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool if you just hang it on the wall and don't play it.
Don't touch it.
But I was like, nah. But, to each his own. God, Guitar, and Coffee, my favorite is the white stripe EVH. Yeah, I have that one. Yeah, off the first Van Halen album. Yeah, I saw one of those. I grabbed it off Reverb a couple of years ago. It was a great deal, but man, it needed some work. And of course, none of that was disclosed in the description when I looked at it on Reverb. When I got it, I said, "Oh Lord, what is wrong with this guitar?" But I got lucky and was able to get it up and running. So. Let's see. Ecator, I got one of those Mr. Black double tracker stereo pedals this week. A dude in Elgin, South Carolina, had a used one on Reverb. Yes, sir. Congratulations, my friend. Those are hard to find used.
I find that pedal seems interesting to me, double tracker. Because sometimes if I'll do a song and if I didn't feel like the rhythm was punchy enough, I'd go back and lay the track down and do it again. But the problem with that is trying to play exactly
like it,
what you just did.
Yep.
For it to sound good. So
yes,
that's interesting to me.
That's why I love these pedals, man. They're considered doublers, but if you offset them, it makes it sound like two guitars are playing at once in sync.
Right.
But yeah, that's good, Ecator. I'm glad I've looked for them used and. I couldn't find any. This was when I was building that other board that I took to Rouse, but I just had to buy it new. But yeah, okay. The coated strings, headstock Harem. He gives us the down low here. He says,
I like that headstock Harem. That's cool.
That is cool. Coated Ernie balls like elixirs. Okay, I got you, man. All right. Let's see here. Scott from South Carolina. Joe, you ever heard of, is that Tick Pick? They were on Shark Tank. They have some permanent stickiness. I have not.
You mean the pick itself is kind of tacky?
I guess. For me, I can't use a pick that has that rough, abrasive feel to it like sandpaper. It has to be I have to use a slick pick, because I got to tap a lot and my thumb and finger are going to move, and I don't need the pick to move.
Yes.
So if I have something with that kind of texture, it just doesn't work for me. But I mean, that's just me. A lot of people like them. Yeah. They sell for $29.95 at Guitar Center.
A piece? Oh, for $6. Still for $6. Wow.
What is going on? It just started pouring down all of a sudden outside. It is throwing down out there. Oh my God. Didn't know that was coming. Okay. Rico B. I was at spring training game this week. That beer guy was selling Bud Talls for $16.49 plus a tip. Crazy.
For a tall boy?
Man, there ain't no. I would have said, I'm going to. God, I don't know. I guess when you're in a venue like that, you're kind of trapped.
You are. What are you going to do if you want
can't bring nothing? Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't bring anything. I'm like, damn. Get your hot dogs. No thanks.
But used to be, then a lady would walk around selling cigarettes and
yeah, cigarettes, cigars. Nah. User Kid, he says EVH Custom Shop has some awesome Wolfgang models. PV did a Wolfgang Custom Shop when they were making the Wolfgang. That's nice. Let's see. We got Bong Water Taffy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hello. How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Taffy. Yum.
Yeah. Cool, man. AJ Brown. Oh, yeah, I saw this last night or night before. Have anyone been watching the Skid Row singer tryouts? Oh, on YouTube. No, I haven't seen that. A lot of cringy singers, but I've seen 2 or 3 that would be pretty good. I have not seen that, but what I thought you were going to go into was where Sebastian Bach is now the lead singer of Twisted Sister. I saw that because Dee Snider is retired because of health reasons.
Oh, is that a step up, man? For Sebastian going to Twisted Sister?
I don't know.
I never listened to one of those bands. I know I'm aware of their songs. I never bought the albums, and they weren't my favorite videos when they would come on either. So
yeah, I just like the 2 songs. Well, the one I like one song by them. That's "I Wanna Rock." I love that song, and it's when it came out in its time. That was it. I had that album. It was okay. It just I don't know, but "I Wanna Rock" was my favorite. But I don't know. That was it. Ralph, you were talking about that stand with the seat chair. Dave Organ says, Ralph, get the Fender stands. They are great. I have 6 of those.
Yes, 6 of them.
You got 6 chairs with the stands built in. Yeah.
I just need one.
Yeah, that's cool. Brian Powers.
When I saw that, I was like, man, that's a great idea. Great idea.
Sure is. Brian Powers says the stools and tables at the show were cool.
Were cool. They stopped me in my tracks when I saw them. Very cool. But I
didn't even see them, and Ralph said, "Look at that!" And I looked, and I did a double take. I said, "Whoa, what is that? Those are like tables and stools."
My old tail cannot sit on that hard chair. They were really cool. I mean, pieces of art, actually.
Yes.
But I'm like, I'm not going to use it. I'm not sitting on that.
If I sat on that, my back would start hurting in like 30 seconds. Just looking at it kind of made me go, "Ooh,"
They were really cool.
I sit down for a living, so there's no way I can do that, but it has to be something with a lot of cushion. Chick Mac, what's happening? I think my next guitar purchase is going to be something from EVH. All right.
Speaking of EVH, I just lugged the EVH cabinet into the house that Joe got, so that's going to sound good, man.
Yeah, the cabinet was delivered a few days ago, and the 5150 Iconic head will be a few more days. So yeah, I was able to get, if y'all don't know already, I ordered a 5150 Iconic half stack. It was used, Guitar Center used. I had to get the cabinet from one Guitar Center and the head from another, but it was a good deal. So went ahead and threw that on the old Guitar Center card, and 6 months interest free. I said, yeah, that'll work. David Edward, he says, I built a Frankie about 2 years ago, put the black and white paint job on it. Just last December, I put the Bumblebee on it. Then EVH dropped their Bumblebee, Frankie at NAMM. Yeah. Isn't that something? Let's see. Bongwater Taffy. Do you like the EMG 81? I do, yes. I've got a couple of guitars with those in them. I actually have a PV Wolfgang Special that, because my biggest gripe with it don't matter if it's the PV or EVH brand. I love those guitars, but my biggest hang up is where that switch is located, right up here at the top horn. So if you're tapping, boop, you're going to hit that. Because somebody can't figure out, don't put the switch down for the bridge, put it up. But if you flip it up, it goes to the neck position. So what I did is this is going to sound crazy, but it's my guitar, so what does it matter? I cut that neck pickup. I just cut the wire, and that way, and I took the bridge. It didn't have the original pickups when I bought that PV Wolfgang. It didn't. Somebody stripped the original pickups out, so it's kind of a free whatever you want to do kind of deal now. And so it came with some really crappy pickups. Whoever sold it to me, so I took those out, and the neck I did have it wired up, but then the neck I cut it, and the bridge I replaced with the EMG 81. Mm-hmm. So now the selector is just for that bridge, so I can use it like a kill switch. And
okay.
So but yeah, it has an EMG 81, and I think it sounds great, but that's just me. That is just my 2 cents. We got Jake Weber. Watched Big Deborah. Yeah, watched the Big Deborah song. It sounded like David Coverdale and Whitesnake. Excellent song. Thank you, man.
We listened to it up on the way, and it was more of a Sammy Hagar feel to me, but a singer.
Yeah, it was that song will be available for pre-order on the 11th of this month if you want to get it. It'll be released on the 13th, but you can pre-order on the 11th. Just go to your favorite musical streaming outlet, type in the Joe Wentz Project, and see what's on there. My new album, Survivor, came out toward the end of last year. That's out there if you want to check it out. And a lot of fun there. Scott, Joe, have you ever played a brass pick? No, sir, I have not.
I tried with a quarter one time because what's his name? Brian May plays with a coin of some sort. And I thought, how does that work? Nah, I couldn't.
It didn't work for me when I tried it too.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to work.
Herb of the Fireside Studio. Hello, sir. He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph. Nice job on the Toto cover, Ralph.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We were talking about Sebastian Bach for the new singer of Twisted Sister. Dave Workin says, I think Sebastian Bach is going to be really good.
Yeah, he'll do a good job. I listened to him sing a while back, and he was doing I Remember You or something with some band he had. Now, there's some high parts, and when they would come, I'm like, okay, let's see. And he hit them, man. He hit those notes. So he still can sing.
Yeah. I know that I read online that Dee Snider, he approved Sebastian Bach taking that spot. Yeah.
As long as he gets a cut.
Yeah. Yeah. I think on some of those albums, I think Dee Snider was the only, I could be wrong, but this is what I heard. He was the only person listed for the credits.
Oh.
So he got, when those albums came out then, he got it all, unless his bandmates finally said, wait a minute now, come on.
Listen here.
Yeah, we're a band. This isn't but that's what I heard a long time ago. I don't know if that's true, but I was like, wow, he got all that? I was like, man, okay.
Do you think one job in a band is more important than another? That person should be paid more?
Nope.
I don't care if you're playing a triangle. It should be cut evenly amongst everybody.
I think that's the problem with a lot of these bands coming out of retirement, even years ago, and they come out here and then what do they fight about? Money.
It's always the money.
When the Eagles, I remember that Hell Freezes Over tour in the 90s, and they reformed, and Glenn Frey and Don Henley got more money because they felt that they should get that, and the other members not. And Don Felder, ex-guitar player of the Eagles, he kept saying, "Hey man, what? How come we're not? What's going on here?" And then Glenn Frey called him up and said, "You're fired."
Oh,
and he fired him, and you couldn't do that because they all owned it was Eagles Corporation is what it was called. So they all owned a equal share of Eagles Corporation. Mm-hmm. So they ended up settling out of court, and Don Felder, he gets a cut of everything now. It don't matter what they do, he gets a cut. So he had a good lawyer. So let's see. Twisted Sister is very underrated, Dave says. Chick Mac says, same here. I never got into Twisted Sister other than maybe one song. Yeah, that's just me, man. Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they have other songs. I just never heard them. I never bothered enough to investigate. They might have some other ones,
Yeah, they I'm sure they do. Mr. William De Silva, what's up, dudes? How you doing, Mr. De Silva? Nice to see you, man. Headstock Harem, he says that Twisted Sister was the first band I ever saw in concert. They opened for Iron Maiden in 1984, I think.
I was way back.
Yeah, way back. AJ Brown, congrats on the new half stack route. Joe.
That's the thing, right?
Hey, that's cool.
He can purchase large things because now he has a place to put them.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, because I just don't have it over here. But yeah, that's the thing. And whenever everything's set up or whatever, and Ralph is one of the. If he wants to jam through that stuff, I don't care. He knows what he's doing.
You wouldn't.
I'm not. I don't touch it. I ain't like. He can do whatever he wants with it. It don't bother me. Let's see. JP Stella says my half stack is the EVH Iconic amp and cab. They're black. You're gonna love that set. You're gonna love that setup, Joseph. Thank you, Mr. Stella.
I love the white.
Yeah, they call it ivory. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, it's oh man. So that makes 3 half stacks I have total. Like 2 over here and 1's going to be over there at Ralph. So, but that's all right. That's how it was in the last band I was in. All this stuff was over there at that guy's garage for all the band members. Mm-hmm. And when we showed up for practice, we just had to plug a couple of cables, turn the switch on, we're ready.
Yeah.
What none of this, all right, well, move out of the way. You know, none of that. You know, it took an hour to say, all right, bring it in here. No. Where's that Marachi band? See? Oh, no, we don't have that. Number two. All right, let's see. David Edward, Mr. David Edward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a fretboard, nice and rolled, frets and all, super smooth. And now I got to run and eat dinner. Hope you have a great weekend. All right, my friend.
Nothing like a smooth fret.
Yeah, man. Bonewater Taffy chimes in. He goes, have you heard Stanley Simmons? Those are the children of Kiss, but they sound like Simon and Garfunkel.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. They're not bad singers. They can carry a tune. They do seem kind of folky.
Okay, I have not looked into that.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've heard that.
I have not. I've seen pictures, but I haven't listened to anything. That's interesting. Okay. Scott from New York. I think Billy Idol would have been a great singer to fill in for Twisted Sister.
I like Billy Idol.
I like Billy Idol, but I think he's just good to just do his own thing. But hey, I don't know. You never know. Let's see. Downtown AJ Brown. Joe's going to have that room at Ralph's filled with new stuff in no time. And his wife won't have a clue. Oh, she knows. Yeah. Believe me. She knew when that amp showed up.
Yeah.
I called hell yesterday, boy. I was like, I was coming from the dump, my phone. I looked and she goes, what the hell is that big box in the driveway? I said, in the driveway? He said, the UPS guy left it in the driveway. I said, okay. And what's weird is I figured the Iconic head would be here first because according to my information, it was shipped out first.
Yeah.
But the cabinet got here first, and the head was supposed to be here a few days. And I was like, wow, they put that cabinet overnight, man, or something.
That box was outrageous. When I saw it, I was like, holy crap, the size of that box. You would think it'd be just enough to go around the cabinet. No. You probably could have put 2 cabinets in there.
It was
because they had packing and bubble wrap all in there. The box was humongous.
Yeah, they had a bunch of, which is great, you know. But yeah, you can have that stuff shipped to Guitar Center and pick it up. But man, I don't have time to go across town to do that. So I was like, I wonder how much they'll charge to just ship it here, because that's just extra gas I got to burn to go over there and do that. And that's a whole, for me, because my schedule's so messed up, that's a whole day gone. Going to get that, pick it up, get it loaded up by myself, bring it here, unload it again, figure out where to put it, and then handle it again when Ralph gets here. I was like, no, I'm going to handle this thing twice. That's it. And so guess how much? I'm gonna ask the chat, and you too, Rob. Let's see what the chat says first. How much do y'all think they charge me for shipping? So it's 2 separate items. You got the iconic cabinet and then the iconic head. How much do you think they charge me for shipping combined for both? Let's see what the chat has to say. Let's see. Let's see, Mr. Tommy P.
Interesting question.
I was told at the Carolina Guitar Show to follow you. What should I expect? Hey, Mr. Tommy P., how you doing? Well, whoever told you that, I appreciate that. That was really nice. Let's see, you can expect live shows like this on Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes I do live drives on the way to work. It's just all guitar stuff. My schedule at work is really crazy, so I try to do as much content as I can here. My partner Ralph and I, we do these things called guitar shop reviews. We go to different guitar shops in and around the area, and we film. We reach out to these places first to make sure it's okay if we come and film and talk to them, and then if they give us their blessing, we'll go film there, and we'll just kind of show people what you should come check this shop out. Check them out. You
got a lot of guesses on the price for the shipping.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Let's see. Well, thank you, Mr. Tommy P. I hope you stick around. Mr. Mick says $50. Strange Hawk, $50. Kerry Crouch, I didn't charge you nothing. JP Stella, total $250. Ecater is correct with $150. That's what they charge.
Large and heavy,
It's heavy, yeah. Yeah, it was heavy. Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, I just, I know that's $150 ain't nothing to sneeze at, but with my schedule, it was
the right thing to do.
I didn't have time to go mess with that. I don't, because I work nights, man. I drive a rig at night and I sleep during the day, and I only have a couple hours to spare, and I don't have time for that. Let's see. Mr. Tommy P. Oh, okay. Come to Box Set in Fletcher. We're an old school music store. So you own a Box Set? Is that okay? Brian Powers was saying that. Is that you? Is that your store? We'll have to get in touch with you, man. Yeah. Absolutely. We would. Do you have something online I can look at to see what your setup looks like? If that's okay. Well, that's awesome, Mr. Tommy P. Thank you. Her brother Fireside Studio. He says, guitar. I thought this channel was about the tambourine. I'm out of here. I hear you, man.
It was about a lot of stuff. We try to stay focused on music and instruments, but it veers off sometimes to these topics that just come out of nowhere. Yeah,
we try to focus on the chat too, Mr. Tommy P. We try to include the chat on everything we do live. I'm a big believer in doing that. I think you should, because if you don't have an audience, you don't have a show. So, and people like to engage, and we enjoy it too. We like to hear what people have to say. Mr. Rex McGee, how you doing, Mr. McGee? I'm just chimed in. I'm looking forward to the show tonight. I didn't have a gig tonight. Well, that's awesome, Mr. McGee. Thank you for spending time with us.
Gets a break.
Yes. Got the night off from gigging. That's so cool, man. Yes, JP Stella. Yeah, the cab is well built. Comes with wheel casters. Mine didn't. It's got where you can screw them in, but somebody either kept the wheels or. That's why I got to buy some caster wheels. I got to see what size I got to get. So
I was carrying it in the house, and my incentive was, this is going to look so great in my jam room. That's why I get it in the house. There's no wheels on it.
I'm sorry, man. Damn. I was like, I thought about it. I said, man, he's going, damn, that's not good. I said, I hope he has a hand truck. But, yeah, JP, I got to get some caster wheels for it. I got to find out what's going to fit. I'll have to Google it and see what size to get, so I don't have to do that twice. But, yeah. definitely going to put some wheels on it, sir. Mr. Rex McGee, I hope y'all had a great time at the Carolina Guitar Show. Yes, sir, we did. It was fantastic. Yeah, we had a great time. And if y'all are in the area in Asheville or close to, they're going to have it again tomorrow. We highly recommend that you go visit. If just to look, you don't have to buy anything. You got to buy, pay to get in. But other than that,
and you'll probably get a better deal on Sunday.
Tell them why, Ralph. This is a great point right here.
Yes. And it was Art. I think Art that told me this. It was like if you come back on Sunday, they're more willing to cut you a deal so they don't have to haul all this stuff back, to their whatever state they come from. So they are willing to cut better deals on Sunday. So it makes sense, right?
It does to me, yes.
Me too.
I didn't think about that till you said that when we were interviewing that one gentleman in that he had a little PRS booth out there. And I said, that's exactly what I would do if I was selling out there. Well, this is the last day. That guitar is what, $700? I'll take six. I'll take six for it. I mean, if it moves the inventory, there you go.
One less thing you got to haul back.
That's right. Strange Hawk, hello. The best snack cake channel on YouTube. I'll take it, man.
We went as far as to make a song about it, so
Yeah, Big Deborah. Yeah, so we cater to the chat, and here's an example right here. Downtown AJ Brown. What's everybody's favorite soda? All right. So for me, I got right now. I have just a generic. It's called Laura Lynn. It's from a store called Ingles. It's water, bottled water. I have to have clear liquid, so it's either water or Sprite. And the reason that is because I've dealt with kidney stones for years, so I can't have no colored liquids, and I haven't had that in a long time. So Sprite for me, I guess. What about you, Ralph? What's your favorite soda?
Cherry Coke or vanilla Coke?
Ooh, wow. Vanilla Coke. Let's see.
Or anytime they bring out a new flavor, I got to try it.
Okay. Interesting. GRB Aquatics. Good day, Joe and Ralph and everyone. Hope you're doing well. GRB, how are you doing? Nice to see you, sir. Let's see here. Chris Cobb, he makes a comment. He says, Joe, does that 5150 run direct out of the back, or are you going to mic it? Or what for a live stream? Always like the amps that have option to go direct. Oh, the Iconic? Okay, here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Cobb. So why did I get the cabinet, and why did I want to put it over at Ralph's place? So I'm already using a Friedman IR-D. It takes two 12 AX7 tubes in that unit, from what I understand. And I built a pedal board around the Friedman unit. Now that's going to go stereo out direct into the Rodecaster Pro 2. I got some powered PA speakers at Ralph's on stands, and then he's running his E-kit, electronic drum kit, into the Rodecaster stereo. So we're coming out those powered PA speakers. It sounds great, but I wanted to get that half stack just to add another flavor of surround sound, if you will. Now, as far as recording, I can't do nothing with the half stack, because the Rodecaster Pro 2 only has so many inputs that I can do for stereo. 2 for the Friedman board and 2 for Ralph's E-kit. And then so that's just going to kind of be just something to play through to add to the overall sound, stereo mix, if you will. And so I said, well, what I wanted to do, though, I said, I have an idea. How am I going to play both of these at the same time? And I could not, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what I was wanting to do.
What are you doing with your necklaces?
Sorry. It was tangled up and it was driving me crazy. I got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So what I was wanting to do is, like, how am I going to play both rigs at the same time, even though the Friedman is going into the mixer for recording and all that, and the amp is going to be just kind of over here. So I had to buy ABY switcher. So that way I can run cables to that pedal board. Mm-hmm. Those go into the Rodecaster, and then out of that AB switcher also go into the Iconic. So I can play both those rigs at the same time.
We're trying to piss off the neighbors way at the end of the road. We pissed off the ones in the vicinity. We're trying to see how far we can go.
But yeah, Chris, to also touch on what if I were to run that, it would probably be direct. I don't know if it has a direct out on the back of the amp head. I don't know. It might, but yeah. Let's see. And Cater says those aren't that bad. And back in the day, I would have shipped to ship off a 2x12 red knob Fender Twin. It was like 100 pounds, and it was boxed up. Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad on the price for shipping for a half stack. I didn't think that was that bad. I really didn't. The 5150 Iconic JP, he says 3 pop-in casters.
3? Just 3?
Yeah, I saw threads up in there, so you got to thread them in. That's what it looked like to me, but I'll research it, man, and figure it out. Let's see. Edwin Crane. Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, Edwin.
Okay, somebody commented on what's their favorite soda. Bonewater Taffy. He said, Jolt.
I remember Jolt.
I remember that. That's old school.
I don't know if that's still a thing. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Edwin Crane, he said, I like Yankee Pop.
Haven't heard of that one.
Me neither. Let's see. JP Stella says Jolt was the original Monster drink.
Maybe Yankee Pop is just any kind of pop that's up north. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Liquor Master Flex. Yeah, ice cold Jolt. And at the skate park back in the day, hit the spot. Whoa, okay. Mike E. Hello. Mike E. says Welch's Grape, Mr. Pibb, Root Beer, Cactus Cooler. So many to list.
Goodness.
Wow. Now that is a drink menu right there.
Cactus Cooler. Is that not a juice box of some sort? Like a high-C juice box? It seemed like I remember one being a Cactus Cooler or something like that.
I have no clue. That is a great question. Wolf Boy. Hey, guys. Running a bit late. That's okay, man. Thank you for being here.
Not a problem. We were running late, too.
Yeah, we've been busy all day. Is that Mr. Jake Weber? I'm a lot older than you, but are you a Richie Blackmore Deep Purple fan? Not really. No. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just
not familiar with them.
I didn't listen to much Deep Purple. They just didn't flip my switch, if that makes any sense. Yeah, he's an incredible player. Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't Art say something that remember that orange amp that was purple? It was a signature series, and I believe he said it was the bass player from Deep Purple or something like that. I swear that's what Art said.
It looked like a bass amp too, because it was just shaped,
orange amp. I thought
it was shaped different. Yeah,
yes. It was a little thinner, or a little taller.
Yeah.
Range still impressive.
Thunder and lightning. What in the world is going on? Let's see. Yeah, Richard Blackmore's great. Yeah, are y'all familiar out there in the chat with Steve Rosen? By any chance? I had the pleasure to interview that man about maybe a year or two ago. And Steve Rosen is, you can't see it, but he wrote the book Tone Chaser about Eddie Van Halen. He's the only, and he wrote a lot of articles in guitar magazines when we were in high school. So he's an amazing writer, a super nice guy. I follow him on Facebook. He has a lot of old pictures of when he did interviews with like David Gilmour and Eddie Van Halen. Richie Blackmore was one of those, and a bunch. I got to interview him on this channel a couple years ago, and I was very fortunate to be able to do that. And he sent me his book, and he gave me the digital audio version.
Wow.
And Yeah, and he let me interview him on the channel. He was promoting his book, so I talked to him on the phone. He was super nice, and he spent a lot of time with Eddie, different parts of Eddie's career, and it was just really cool to interview him. And he said that Richie Blackmore, he said he was always kind of he was a very moody person. You had to catch Richie Blackmore on the right day to talk to him. That's what Steve Rose, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he was getting at.
That was probably true for a lot of those rock stars. You got to catch them on the right day.
Especially in their prime, because they're at that height of their career, and they were like, don't bother me.
Real cocky and
yeah. I have no time for you. So, okay. Let's see. Let's move on down. Let's go to Ecater. He said that Ecater says the Radical Big Shot is a great AB stereo pedal. It has switches that solve phase and grounding issues when running 2 amps in stereo. That's awesome. Yeah, I was looking at the AB switcher boxes, and they range from, you can get the small mini pedals. I was looking on Reverb, of course. They range anywhere from $39 up to like $300. And I was like, whew. Let's see. It takes 4 wheels, JP. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Bonewater Taffy, what do you think of the Epiphone Firebird? Saw one for about $800 here in Jacksonville, Florida. That's a great question. I no longer own any of those. Yeah, the Epiphone Firebird I had, it was a Warren Cherry. I had it for maybe a month and a half, and I sold it because it had 22 frets on it, but the cutout wasn't enough. You would get the high register, you could not hit that 22nd fret for nothing. They needed to shave more off, and they didn't. So I was like, well, no, that doesn't work for me. So I turned around and sold it. And then the other Epiphone Firebird I had, the Tobacco Sunburst, I guess, whatever you call it, Tobacco Burst or whatever. I traded that at Cornerstone along with a Sterling Sub guitar last weekend for Big Deborah right there. And that Epiphone Firebird, they've already sold it. Yep, they did. They didn't have it long. Because I threw the case in with the Firebird too, because you can't put an Epiphone Firebird in a normal case. It's not going to fit because it's
very
just
specialized case,
too long. Yeah. And but yeah, they sold it, and because I follow them on, they also sell not only out of their store, but they use there's a Facebook group they're on called Greenville Guitar Exchange or something, and I follow them because I can see their stock. Looking at those photos, I can see what their stock looks like in the store, and it said that listing was up there for the one that I traded in, and then a couple of days later it said this item is sold, and I was like, dang. But yeah, I heard that Jackson really liked it too. He really liked it. He was hoping to get it, but I don't guess he did. I don't know. Maybe he did. But it sold. Scott says his favorite soda is cream soda. All right.
I don't know if I'm really familiar with the cream sodas. It's not like a root beer, is it? It's just
no. It's kind of different. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Scott from South Carolina. One time I bought an empty PV412 cabinet. It was shipped with no packaging. Just slapped a label on the cabinet. Good Lord.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Slapped a sticker
That's
on it.
not good. Man, bet that thing got scratched up. Kerry Crouch, his favorite soda is Cherry Coke and Coke Zero, I think. Huh.
Yeah, I had a Cherry Coke on the way home today.
Nice. AJ Brown, Jolt was re-released a few years ago as an energy drink.
Well, it was an energy drink when it came out the first time, wasn't it not? It's got 15 times the caffeine of a cup of coffee or something like that. It was crazy.
I have no idea. I never drank it, but I had to stay away from stuff like that. I'd be on the ground in pain from kidney issues. Mike E., he goes, I always wanted a 5150 stack when I was a kid. These days, just a Fender Twin and a Fender Blues Jr. are all I play. Isn't it funny how things like that change? You know, I was like that with some stuff too, man, when I was younger. I'm like, I want this type of guitar and this type of amp, and man, if I ever get that, that's all. And then you get a little older, like, do I really need that?
It's not that important anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, your taste change. They do. They do. Let's see. I never threw away a skateboard ramp. The next gen done me right. I hear you, Edwin Gray. Scott from New York says $800 for an Epiphone. Yikes! Yeah, is that? I'm assuming that's new. Let's see here. I don't know. We'll wait and see what they say. Y'all hear that thunder in the background? I'm sorry, but Mother Nature is trying to interrupt us here. JP Stella Jolt, Joint, and Judas Priest jamming back in the early '80s.
Jolt, a Joint, and Judas Priest.
Yeah, he's got it going on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's going both directions at one time. Bill Frank, Joe or Ralph ever played a Laney Ironheart? No, I have not.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that, to be honest.
I have not played a Laney Ironheart, no.
Ironheart sounds cool.
Art G. Hey, Art. It was when I was a kid, I love Birch Beer Soda. Wonder if it's still around. I don't know.
Birch Beer Soda.
I'm not familiar with that one, sir. Let's see. NPL chimes in. Thank you, sir. He goes, the Iconic does have a direct out on the back of the amp. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Mike E. He says, I used to be a moody person. Those were the days.
I did too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
short fuse and all that. Short fuses.
I've been like that a lot the past few years, and I've been trying to, y'all don't see that on here. But yeah, I've had to kind of readjust my attitude on a lot of stuff. Getting aggravated easy, ticked off. And
there'll be some audios Joe sends me. He comes in hot.
There's reasons for that. I don't just.
It's true.
Ralph's known me all his life almost, so he knows me. He knows I'm not that way.
No, you're
on a normal basis.
Jump out of the bed. You're a morning person. Hey, you're ready to go. He's not, ill or nothing. He's not, leave me alone. He's just boom. Mr. Joe's out of the gate.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Mr. Jake Weber says Blackmore was not a nice guy. Well, I've heard both sides of that argument, so I've never talked to the man myself, so don't know. But you're not the only one that says that, sir. A lot of people agree. JP Stella, the Ironheart 60 and 120 amp are fantastic. Nice, man. Mr. Mike E. chimes in. He goes, how was that guitar show? Video coming soon? Sorry I'm late. Probably missed what you guys had already said. No, it's okay, man. Yes, I'm hoping the video will come out tomorrow because it's a long video and it's taking forever to upload, and I need to rewatch it before I go to bed late tonight to make sure everything's cool. And
yeah,
it's when Ralph, bless his heart, when he left, I knew we had an hour and a half to get home, and then they have to eat dinner, and so I left to get us dinner and then come home, and we're wolfing that stuff down, and I'm like, okay, let me get the video clips together for today's trip. And I look and it says 8:00. I said, oh my God. I said, it's 8:00 already? And I said, I need to go get stuff turned on and make sure there's no, I'm glad I came in here a little bit early because my computer powered up because you have 2 drivers that are out of date. And I was like, oh God. So I had to do a quick update. Yeah. I was like, come on, man. But it was great, Mike. The show was fantastic. I hope y'all enjoy the video. It will come out tomorrow, and I hope that y'all like it. We had a great time. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see here. Cater chimes in. He says, I like the Steve Morris era of Deep Purple. That live Total Abandoned DVD from Australia '99 was epic. Nice, man.
I'm just not familiar. I don't know what to say. If I'm sitting here not saying nothing, that's because I'm not familiar with what you just said or you just talked about. So
I didn't keep up with Deep Purple at all, but I do know Steve Morris is an incredible guitar player. He's amazing. Wolf Boy, my favorite soda is Guinness Extra Stout. Yes.
I haven't drank in a while, but I like a Guinness.
I have never had one of those. Yeah. Edwin Crane, cream soda tastes like a root beer, water and butter. Okay.
Okay.
I used to love root beer when I was a kid. It was some people either love it or hate it. Root beer. Wasn't crazy about the smell of root beer, but I used to always like it.
Man, I went through a root beer phase a little while back. Every time we went to the Cornerstone, grab you a drink on the way out.
A&W.
I always
What do
grab
you
a root beer every time.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, grab you a soda on the way out. And I was like, oh, thank you. Let's see here. Ecater says a Guinness goes down easier than soda. Sometimes what I'm trying to, this is going to sound stupid, but we all have weird things, guilty pleasures, I guess, we watch on YouTube. And one of the things I like to watch is people trying to drink sodas like in one shot. And this one guy, he takes a Sprite and he just turns it up. And I was like, man, I know that's burning his throat. And you can see it in his face. He's like,
carbonation.
Oh. Yes. And he drank it and he got done. He went, oh. I was like, dude, what do you do? I was like, damn. And I tried it and I got halfway. That's all I could do. I was like, I don't see how they do it. I don't see how they're doing that. But let's see. Kerry Crouch, he says that some of those Epiphones inspired by Gibson guitars can be anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600 new. Wow. That is, yeah, that's shocking to me for an Epiphone. I guess it depends on which model you want to get, but I didn't know they were that high for Epiphone. I really didn't. But I have heard that a lot of musicians, especially if they're touring musicians, you hear that? That's crazy, man.
Yes, that I hear.
That's crazy. If they're touring musicians, they'll take Epiphones on the road. Yeah. Instead of their Gibsons, which I understand that. Totally understand that. All right, that's rain hitting the window right here. And now it's time for relaxation. Oh, no. Bill Frank. Joe, with all the crazy drivers out there, I would have a short fuse also. I get mad when I'm watching people drive. Thank you.
It was funny. What happened 2 or 3 times today when we were driving back on the interstate, Joe would settle in behind an 18-wheeler like he was at work or something and stay behind him. So we're going 60 and I don't have to stay behind this truck. I'm not at work. And we'd, whoa. A little while later, he'd settle in behind another tractor trailer. What are you doing, Joe? I'm not at work. Whoa. Yeah. A little while later, he done settled in behind another
like 4
one.
times. Yeah. And I'm just so used to driving a rig and I'm like, just driving and get what I call my driving zone. Yeah. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm in a freaking Mustang. Go around this trucks, man. What are you doing? But yeah, Mr. Frank, you're right. Yeah. Thanks, Mother Nature.
That's impressive.
You can't fool Mother Nature.
That's almost like you had a button over there you pushed. And
it's insane. Crazy. Let's see here.
Oh, I like an orange soda. Fanta orange. That's good.
I haven't had one of those in so long. Yeah. Let's see here. I used to love those. That and grape, too. Liquor Master Flex, he says that I just got an Epiphone for $1,100. It's perfect, except for the sharp jumbo frets. It's great for what I need for, though. For what I need it for. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Wolf Boy says, I'm running an Ignator Tourmaster 100-watt full stack at home, but a PRS, is that Sonzera 20 at church? Okay. Yeah, jam out at home. Absolutely, yeah.
That's pretty cool playing at church.
Yeah,
I got asked at church, you want to join the church band? No.
I was just going to say that. I've gotten emails before and And
It's because of the music they're playing. It's the traditional hymnal stuff. I'm like, how am I fitting in with what y'all are? I can't know. No.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
The ones that reached out, and this was a few years ago. It was more the, I guess, the more newer type.
Yeah, modern.
Yeah, modern. Thank you. Newer type. Then the more modern type. And they said, "Would you like to join?" And I was like, "No, I appreciate. I really do, but my week starts on Sunday." You know,
I could get into the modern stuff to play, but as far as the traditional, it's like I don't even fit in with it. What do you want me to do? Sit there with an acoustic or what? I didn't get that far in the review phase. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I always wonder though those, and I've always wondered about the those big mega churches with those types of bands.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I'm just going to say, I wonder what kind of money they make, or do they, or is it just voluntary? I have no idea.
I follow this guy, this kid. He's a kid. I'm not sure how old he is. 13, maybe. He plays for a mega church, plays the drums, and he is incredible. God, almost pisses me off in a way, you know.
Oh.
How they get so good, be so young and be so good.
And some of those, and I'm just speaking on this as a musician, but some of those giant churches where they perform, the stages are huge.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, dang. I was like, well, that's awesome. But it's just, I couldn't, if I wanted to, I couldn't do it. Let's see. Hopefully this storm passes. It might be coming your way, man. I don't know.
Well, as long as it doesn't miss the exit, it'll get here in a timely manner.
That's right. Yeah, you can file those frets. Yeah, you can file them down. Yeah, it might have a little bit of fret sprout. I've had to do that before.
What do you mean by jumbo frets?
Okay,
the fret is just fatter than a normal fret.
Yeah, I love. You have certain how tall a fret is. You have regular, medium, jumbo, and jumbo frets.
It's the height then.
The height of the fret.
Oh,
yeah,
they're not fatter. Okay.
Yeah, how tall it. I love jumbo frets, and the reason I do is when I'm playing and I do what's called a tapped harmonic, because you tap on the fret itself. So the taller the fret, the easier it is to get that harmonic when you tap it on the fret.
I could see that.
So I love jumbo frets for that reason. But if you have fret sprout, yeah, you can file the edges. That's when you take your hand and go up down the neck like that, and you feel the edges of the frets go do 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 do. Yeah, especially this. You can file the edges a little bit, make them smooth. But usually when it gets warmer weather, that kind of goes away because wood, everything expands when it gets warm, and you know.
Right.
Let's see. But it's personal preference, you know. Kevin Newman, he goes, I like Dr. Pepper. That was one of my favorites when I was growing up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Dr. Pepper. I ain't had one in forever.
That and what was the other one that was like it? Mr. Pibb. It was
Cheerwine. You like Cheerwine?
Oh God, yeah, that was good. Cheerwine was really good. I remember my mom used to like that a lot when I was young. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rod. That was that storm out here just going crazy. Sorry about that. Yeah, that made me jump, man. And boom, I was like, okay. Parks root beer. Yeah, that's good too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Richard, oh, what's up, man? He goes, for the record, my favorite soda is Michelob Golden Light. There you go.
It is a carbonated beverage. It could be a soda, I guess.
The lights are flickering. Oh, Lord. Are we going to make it? Good God.
I'll be hosting the show by myself.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. If we get disconnected, y'all, and my picture goes away, it's because of the Mother Nature. Oh, my goodness. Wolf Boy, he says, we're playing contemporary stuff. That's awesome. Okay, yeah.
I can get more into the contemporary if I had to.
Yeah.
Play one of the two. I would play contemporary.
Let's see. Mom's the word. Hello. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Mom's the word.
Nice to see you. Oh, okay. Wolf Boy says they make no money. Okay, and that's for like a big mega church. I don't know. I don't. Oh, it's a small church. Okay. Yeah, I'm just the ones I've seen on TV and stuff. This was some time back, and I mean, there's a huge stage production and all the. I mean, just like you would see at a regular concert. And I was like, man,
That's hardcore there.
I was like, do they make any money on that? Are they going on tour, or is it just? I've just never looked in that side of that type of music.
Right.
It's nothing to do with church. If you want to go to church, that's your decision. But I'm just wondering what.
Yeah, we're just discussing the music. Yeah.
Yeah. Edwin Crane, no money, but they get the best jobs. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I don't know. Let's see.
No money, but you get blessed with holy water. Yeah. You get one of these little crackers and a cup of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to each their own, Let's see. White Noise Studio 86. Hello. I know that the big mega church in Houston, Texas, pays their band. Had a friend play there in the early 2000s, but not sure what he was making, though. I'll be so glad when that electrician comes out here and wires this up so I can use my generator in case stuff like this happens and we lose power.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's going to come out here for. He should have been here this week, but the part hadn't come in yet. So I'm sorry, y'all, for that noise. Let's see. We're talking about all kind of stuff. The Carolina Guitar Show, big mega bands and big mega churches. And do they make any money, or is it all just because of their passion? What else? Your favorite sodas. Mother Nature is chiming in, as you can hear in the background. Pretty soon I'm going to need an arc out here. But AJ Brown, I played in church for quite a few years and have to admit I wasn't comfortable with it in a lot of ways. People confuse worship with, this is a good song. Well, that's subjective, and that's whatever you want to believe. I'm not going to open that can of worms, but
yeah, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ripping out some Striper to hell with the devil in church.
I've done that song.
Yeah, I mean it's like I said, that's to each their own. Strange Hawk, my daughter sings in churches during the holidays and makes good money. There you go.
Wow.
I didn't.
Paying gig. I did not know. I thought you just did it for the church voluntarily,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to get paid if I'd have joined on. You want to play? No, I'm good. Pays $100,000 a year. Yeah, I'll play.
What time's practice?
What we're playing.
Oh man, Decatur Joe's Arc would have 2 of each brand guitar. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
I only think, Joe, at the show, I only saw maybe 2, maybe 3 Jacksons, maybe. I didn't see a whole lot. I thought only a couple Ibanez, but the bulk of it was, Gibson and Fender. And there was a few of the PRSs. We saw some of those. There was a custom shop. It was really nice. I forget how much that one was.
Oh, man. There was a pretty broad spectrum as far as prices. Mm-hmm. We've seen guitars from $99 up to over $30,000.
$38,000.
And I was like, now just glancing at that price, I was like, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. This is just me talking. I said, would somebody come in here and pay that for that guitar? I mean, wow.
I guess if a collector might, but as far as if you played a 1959 Gibson, whatever, is that going to sound as good as one that you just bought last week? I find that hard to believe.
I've always struggled with that in my mind, and because you have the collectors you got the players, and you got people that just want these for wall art. I guess that's collectors too, I guess. But
And I'm pretty sure the pickups they were putting in those guitars in 1959 are not the pickups that I like to play.
from what I understand, and I'm not an expert by any means, let me put that out there. I don't know. I'm not a guitar tech, but
Put a disclaimer.
yeah, disclaimer. Pickups nowadays, the more modern pickups I like because they have more kick to them.
Yes.
And I have to have something with a lot of gain. If you took them old pickups, I'm guessing, and threw a lot of gain toward them, they might feedback easier. I don't know. That's just a ballpark guess. I'm no Phil McKnight. I don't know, but I've always in my mind I thought, well, just the rational part of my mind, I think it's a guitar, man. It's a guitar,
Yes.
and I just don't see throwing out
I'm just not that guy.
$38,000.
Yeah, I'm not that guy to go, oh, wow, look at that 1960. It looked like the 1962, 63, 64, and 65 to me, honestly. It looked like all the rest of them, honestly.
Right.
I'm just not a connoisseur of those kind of guitars, But certain kinds, I'll tell you everything about it. But
it was cool to see them. It was interesting to see how the prices would
That was
different booths would jump. I was like, wow, that guitar is $22,000.
And they had a couple cool booths too, where they were just selling the bodies, and then you could buy the necks, and they had a lot of really cool stuff there.
I'll tell you one thing that Ralph brought up, and I think this is a great idea. The app that we got, I got the idea from Ralph. What's it called? Rig Studio AI.
Yeah.
Okay, that's if you take a picture of a guitar, it's supposed to make sure it's lit up really well and make sure it's the only guitar in the picture. You might have to crop it a little bit and run it through that app. It'll tell you the value of that guitar.
They're pretty close.
They're pretty darn close.
It's really reliable, I think.
Here's an example. Okay, you're supposed to be able to take pictures of your gear too, not just the guitars with this app. Do y'all remember the small Marshall micro stacks back in the 80s? I remember that. Ralph and I, we saw two of them today. Mm-hmm. One was black. Another vendor had one over here that was red.
It was red, yeah.
Now the black one, and I was like, wow, I've always wanted one of those ever since I was a teenager. The black Marshall micro stack, it looked in great condition. It's $500. And he had on the paper, it said this product was made in England. I said, okay, cool. The vendor over here, just, I don't know, 20 feet away, he had the red model.
Here's the picture. I don't know if it'll show up on the... No, it's got a glare on it.
Yeah, it's a...
Red Marshall micro stack.
There it is, yeah. And y'all guess how much he wanted for that same type of micro stack, just a different color.
It was cool.
But take a guess how much he was wanting for that
Not
thing.
that cool.
I looked, I did a double take. I said, does that price tag say what I think it says on it? And because at first I said, oh, is that what it is? And I looked and there was another zero on there. I said, oh, no, thank you.
Now, if you'd have dropped one of the zeros, sure.
I would have been all over it. I would have came home with it. But Scott from New York, Joe, did you end up buying a guitar at the show? Ralph, did you end up buying anything?
What would Ralph buy at that show? There was nothing there that I had to have.
I did not buy a guitar, no, sir. I bought a Jimi Hendrix wah pedal used for $85. Yes, yeah, that was what I got. And there's a lot of great stuff there, but really, I'm on that same level, Ralph. Nothing really grabbed me except that one EVH Bumblebee. But as far as anything else, and I saw some nice Fender Strats that looked good. But
now I stopped. Things would stop me. I'd say, Joe, look at this, because it was different. Like, the guitar that was a razor blade. Yeah, that was different, man. Yeah. I mean, it was shaped like a razor blade. Pretty cool. And other things would stop you. There was this Budweiser, kind of looked like a bow tie or something.
Oh yeah, the guitar, yeah, the body.
Some really interesting ones, but nothing that made me go, oh man, I gotta have that.
Yeah, I didn't have that either.
It's not gonna be that every time. It's just not.
Yeah, I didn't get that feeling either, but it was still a wonderful time. But
yeah, I would go again. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I just bought the wah pedal, which I love Hendrix anyway. Can't play nothing like him, but I always loved that music he did with those wah pedals and stuff. Thomas Purley, hello. He says, good evening, gents. That thunder has got me singing the intro to Riders of the Storm in my head. Can't wait to see the Guitar Show video, guys. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Yes, we did. Thank you.
I was thinking REO Speedwagon riding the storm out. Riding
Oh, my
the
God.
storm out.
Played that song so many times. I was like, I don't want to ever play this song again. Oh, God. Jess from the Caribbean. Hello, Joe and Ralph. Greetings. Hey, Jess, give him a round of applause. How are you doing?
Wants to know, did we record the guitar show? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Yes.
We did.
He goes, now, come on. Did you record the guitar show visit? Yes, sir, we did.
Yes, of course we did.
It is currently uploading to my channel as we speak. It's a long video, so it's going to take a long time to
get your little Debbies and sit down and watch the show.
Yeah, when that video, whenever I get it uploaded, whenever that everything decides to get finalized, it'll come out tomorrow. Yes, sir. You will see it tomorrow.
Thunderstruck. That's a good one.
That's perfect. Yeah. A caterer says the guitar show looks like it would be a good place to bring things to trade.
It was, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a bunch
whatever.
of those vendors that had to say, we will buy and trade. And I was like, oh, I like to see that. You know, that makes it fair. You know, you got a fighting chance when you get that, see that.
Did we say how much that red micro stack was, Joe? Did we
No,
say
I was asking people to guess, but I guess I don't see anything. But yeah, you can go ahead and tell
you know what that guy told me? He wanted $2,000 for it.
$2,000.
But when I went up to him, I asked him, could I take a picture? You know, and he was moving some stuff. Sure, take a picture. He said he bought that at a yard sale for $200.
So he told you that.
Yes.
But he's going to turn around and
then he's going to turn around and put another zero
try to
on
get $2,000 out of it. Like, dude, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, good luck. Good. As Phil McKnight says, good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck with that. That's a little high when you got a guy 20 feet away selling one in black microstack for $500.
Yes.
That's kind of like, if you don't really want to sell it, maybe you shouldn't have it up here. But I don't.
That's why it was kind of to the back and behind. You know what I mean? That's
why
it
wasn't.
Could I
front.
go back there and take a picture? Yeah, it wasn't just where everybody could go.
That's just my 2 cents, man. But Lone Rocker, hi all. To me, it seems like in recent years that guitar shops in general carry a lot of Fender, PRS, and Gibson, but there's just not a lot of 80s guitars like Ibanez.
I think I bought all the 80s guitars.
Jackson, ESP, and others. You know, that's a great point, Lone Rocker, because all the guitar shops we've been to, that's pretty much what we've seen.
The 80s, that's a small niche. That's a small market. And, you know, I'm in that market. You know, it's just.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's when, you know, growing up and watching the videos and this, that, and the other, man, I wanted all that stuff, you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
CC DeVille had all those great flashy guitars.
Yeah,
man,
that camera rolls past all them guitars on the stands on Talk Dirty to Me video. I was like, look at that. Remember, we used to freak at that. I was like, how many guitars does that man have?
Right.
You know?
Look how cool them colors are. Yeah.
I was like, damn. You know, it was great, man. Mm-hmm. But I think the only place that, and Ralph, you let me know what you think. The only place we've seen anything close to the 80s style guitars is at Guitar Center. You see a little bit of that. You see a little bit of that here and there at Guitar Center, but I don't see them much at these shops.
That's true.
Which is fine, you know, but if you're, you know, I mean, look, where did I get Big Deborah? Mm-hmm. At a guitar shop. You know, I got lucky on that one. That was luck. That was huge. Just right place, right time kind of deal, because I guarantee you it would not be there today. It would already been sold.
It's true. Yeah. Yes.
Let's see here. Splong Guitars. Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening?
Hey, Splong Guitars.
Splong Guitars. That is awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in. Great. I love that brand of guitar. Very nice. Very cool. Oh man. But yeah, it was just a fantastic. We didn't know what to expect. You know, because I told her, I said, I think this place is across from the airport. And sure enough, like, here's the airport. And where we had to go was a little bit further down, just a little bit further down. and went in there. And at first, I mean, parking was tight, man. We couldn't find a spot. I was like, man, are we going to be able to park here? I mean, they didn't charge to park. Yeah,
No.
parking was free. You just had to pay to get in. But that was good. Yeah, it was great, man. I had a wonderful time. We both did. Kevin Newman, hey, Mr. Newman, he goes, Ralph, you can get a Zach mini stack for about $800.
That sounds
Guitar
interesting.
Center. I've seen that online. Yeah, I remember they had a Zach model for a while, a little Marshall micro stack Zach, and that was cool, man. I'd rather pay the $800 for the Zach mini stack than $2,000 or whatever. I mean, but
Watch tomorrow. He'll be selling it for $200, trying to get rid of it.
wow, you know what? He might. Let's see. Downtown AJ Brown says, yeah, Jackson, Ibanez, and Charvel are mainly at big box guitar shops like Guitar Center. Yes. Yeah. Edwin Crane, he says, there is no market for shredder guitars, or so they say. Yeah, I still, you can see right there, I still love those guitars. That was part of Ralph and I's youth.
Yep.
Splong Guitars comments, hello again. We couldn't make it to the Carolina Guitar Show, but we hope everyone had a good time. Yes, thank you so much.
Really,
we did.
Really did, yeah.
Yes. We wish we would have saw you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Splong Guitars, amazing. Yeah, amazing guitars. Alan Guitars. Hey, Alan goes, is that an Ibanez RG550 behind you? Yes, sir, it is. I had a yellow one in the 80s.
I did
Great
too.
guitar. Alan, it's funny you say that, sir. That, yeah, Ralph had it, and then him and I traded. I was in high school when we
Yeah, at the
traded.
time, I didn't know what I had, man.
We were
I wish
both
I
in
had
high
it.
school, and he had already moved out of state. And I used to skip school every Friday, and I'd go. Ralph moved away from North Carolina. His family moved to South Carolina, and I would skip school on Friday and drive to South Carolina. I'd meet Ralph because I wasn't familiar with the area then, and we'd go to his parents' house, and his dad would be at work. And his mom was at home, and I remember Ralph said,
So disappointed in you, Joe.
yeah, we'd go in the front door, and she would be sitting at the table with a cup of coffee, and she would go, Joseph, what are you doing here?
Shook
And
her
I said,
head.
I was like, hello, Mrs. Groves, like that. And
That was
I
his
like,
attempt at a German accent. If you're wondering what he was doing, yeah, that's his German
it's
accent.
horrible. I'm sorry, but I could tell by the tone of your mom's voice she was not happy. Joseph, what are you doing here? And I said, hello, Mrs. Groves. And Ralph's like, come on.
Yeah,
And
my
we just
dad.
kept on.
If my dad were home, we wouldn't be doing that.
No.
I
Yeah,
knew what
if
I could get away with.
If
with
your
my
dad
mom,
was there,
yeah.
it'd be like, oh my God, get out of
He
here.
sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger with his accent.
Get
It
down.
was thick.
But yeah.
It was thick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and we would go to Ralph's room, we'd jam and stuff. And that Ibanez yellow RG550, he had it in his room, and it immediately caught my attention. They're like, dude, would you want to trade? He goes, no, I guess. I traded like 2 guitars and something for it. You know, and I had it for years. Now my son has it. I gave it to my son when he got older. And he had a lot of work done to it to bring it back to life. Oh, my goodness. What about those Kramer Farringtons?
We saw some Kramers today. We saw
some that to me looked really good, I thought.
Yeah, they look good. Yeah. I saw some Hamers too. I ain't seen Hamer in a long time, but there were some Hamers there.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hamers in forever.
There's a couple BC Rich there, Warlocks.
There was a BC Rich NJ series that it was black.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh my, now that did catch my attention because that was my second guitar and I still have it. There's a cool story with that. If you look on this channel, I talked about how that guitar came back to me after 30 something years or whatever it was. I don't know, but they had a BC Rich NJ series. It was black and it was, what was it, Ralph? $1,000? I think it was $1,000.
Yes.
I said, man, I'd like to have that just because. But the one I have, it's same model, just red. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. So I don't want to.
It's not fun to stand there for a while playing.
I cannot handle a heavy guitar.
That's why my back today's a little tweak from. I said I'm going to stand up in this video, so I stood up all day long getting the videos done. With a guitar or bass around my neck, something.
Right. Yeah.
AJ Brown says, "So are you actually Ralph the Mexican Butcher?" I don't understand the reference.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Needs more context.
Yeah, you got me confused there. Kevin Newman, so when are we going to see the new truck, Joe? That is on hold. Yes.
Yeah.
That is on hold for now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's on hold for now.
It's just not what you needed. Didn't have the power for what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it's I said, well, I wanted to go out there and talk to him and everything, and it just didn't line up. It just didn't line up. So that tells me it's just not the right time right now. Yes. Oh, my accent sounded like Spanish. That's funny. He would say that.
It is funny.
See,
oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
On the way home, man, Joe had me rolling. Oh, my God.
I was doing some stupid stuff with her.
He was. Stuff that would be questionable.
Some fictional story about him.
Right.
I won't go into it. But, yeah, it was.
Like you wind him up and let him go. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just, as my wife calls it, only child syndrome. So, yeah, I was just being silly. Passing the time because I missed my exit. Well, I said, we got another 40 minutes to what are we going to talk about, Right. So I started making up this story about
I hope he's not mad I missed the exit. Let me make him laugh so we won't be mad. Is that what you were doing?
No. I know,
man. I wasn't.
Let's see. Let's see here. Scott from New York, on the Kramer Farrington guitar, they put the battery inside the guitar. I know he had to remove the strings if you want to change the 9-volt battery for the electronics. Oh, I've never played those, but we did see a couple of cool Kramers there at the guitar show. I thought you could tell they were old school. I said, man, that looks good, but.
Yeah, and remember those the clear resin guitars that they had at Cornerstone? And I asked Jackson, I'm like, well, where's the switch? I want to see them light up. He said, those don't light up. They don't light up. Why are they in resin then? They're clear resin, and you can see the electronics. So I'm thinking, oh, these are going to light up. That's really cool.
Yeah. We saw a Flying V at the guitar show that was like that. And first thing I said, I kept looking, I said, where's the switch for the lights? And he goes, they don't have that.
There's a new fad going around. We're making clear guitars that don't light up.
Yeah. I just, because Ralph's got one of those clear resin guitars, but when you flip a switch, the whole thing lights up. And the fretboard does too, don't it?
Yeah, the fretboard does too.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let's see. Downtown AJ Brown says that, isn't it great when you've been friends forever, how quickly we revert back to our goofy selves? Oh, yeah.
That's true. Yes.
I do it in a split second. I tell you that now.
True.
Yeah. Let's see. We got box set music. Box set music. Yeah, the font on my computer's small and everything runs together. Need another eye exam. Box set music. How about the Fender HM Strats from the 80s? Yeah, I always love those Strats from the 80s, man. Is that I could be wrong. This might be the same. It might not be. Is that the same brand that Greg Howe used to sponsor or whatever? I want to say Greg Howe was playing those. If that's the same type, I can't remember. But they were sharp. I used to always look at those and I said, man, they made those for a while and they were gone. But I don't know if that's the same thing or not. But man, I always liked them. It had the I want to say it said Strat on the headstock. Big white letters said Strat up here. I could be wrong. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I was right. AJ Brown, am I right? Okay.
Look at that. Joe was right for something. Yeah.
For once. Wow. Man. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got lucky. Yes, they do, Scott. Yeah, Fender has a Strat with a HSS with a Floyd Rose. I was playing mine a minute ago. Yeah, you just got to search for them, but they make them. Yeah, yes, sir, they make them. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, AJ. That's awesome. Okay, I got lucky on that one. Yeah, those guitars were cool, man. Yeah, I remember seeing those in the guitar magazines. They caught my attention.
I keep looking at AJ Brown's avatar, and I want to see that guitar better, but it's a white guitar on a white background, and I just can't make out the guitar.
Yeah, I don't know. Salty Legion, hello. How are you doing?
Salty Legion.
Box Set Music said yes. Greg Howe did endorse them. Awesome. Edwin Crane, he said, I thought it was thundering here too, but it was just my neighbor cranking up his Harley.
I have some neighbors like that. You'll hear that all of a sudden, whoa, 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 and you think it's thunder off, but we got used to it now. That's them cranking up their Harley. The warmer it gets, the more you hear the Harleys crank up. In the winter, you don't have to hear them at all. You know.
Yeah.
First warm day.
Yeah. It's starting to get good bike riding weather. Yes. Let's see. Mike E chimes in. He says that Fender is that Tornado with P90s was my first expensive guitar. I think it was $9.99 new. Very cool.
Expensive.
Okay, AJ says that guitar in his avatar is a Jackson Rhodes V.
Well, see, now I really want to see it. I see the pickups. It's just so small, I can't make it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, though.
Yeah, we actually saw. It was one of the cheaper Rhodes V's. It was like, I don't know, $200.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Black with white on it, and it still looked good. Yeah. Let's see here, Mr. Josh Thomas. Hello. He says that my first guitar was a Kramer. Was that KS400? Looks like a Strat, and I still have it 30 years later. I remember those. Those were slick. Those are awesome.
What's the oldest guitar you have, Joe?
The oldest guitar that I've had.
Not the guitar itself. How long have you had it? Yeah.
Oh, the ownership.
Yes.
Guess. Well, I would say the Memphis, but it's not the original.
Yes, that's why I did.
I had to repurchase it because but I would say there's a couple I had to repurchase that I used to have when I was younger. But I would say it would be
in
my
your possession
first
from the get-go. How long?
Yeah, I would say, and I got it in what was it, like 2001 or 2005? It was a Fender Strat, and it's a HSS, like what Scott from New York was talking about, and it has a Floyd on it. And the Floyd is old school, and this is how I can tell, because where the posts are, it's not the regular posts like you see today. It's actually the screws that screw into the body.
Oh, wow.
That's how old school that Floyd is. And so I've had it for, I'd say, 22 years. And I took the neck off of it and put it on another Fender body and sold it because I wanted that body the one I've had for 22 years, I wanted a maple fretboard on it with the reverse headstock. So I found one and put it on there, and it has stainless steel frets. And to me, it just looks better. And it kind of gives off that Hendrix vibe a little bit. Kind of.
I love a reverse headstock. They just look meaner or more aggressive. I'm not sure what it is. I like them. Yeah,
it's great. So that'd be the one I still had after all this time. And I was in my first marriage when I bought it, but it's been, God, it was like 2001, 2004 or something. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's back there amongst everything else, but I'll keep it. And I have a white Fender Strat with just 3 single coils that I've had about that long. And I've only played it a few times. It's in the case back there, and it's all original, and it's a made Mexico Strat. It plays great. I don't know why I don't get that thing out and play it.
Just forget you have it, probably.
I do, man.
You haven't thought about it till just now, have you?
Exactly. And I remember I found this sticker online. This is going to sound dumb, but I thought it was funny. Kermit the Frog holding an Eddie Van Halen striped guitar with a cigarette out of his mouth.
That is funny.
And I bought the sticker and I put it on the back of the cavity door of that Fender Strat I was just talking about, the 3 single coil made in Mexico that I've had since the early 2000s or mid 2000s. And I put that sticker on the back cavity door of that guitar. And there's some of those guitars I actually forget because I have to dig them out. And I was like, I was back there looking for something the other day, and I found 2 bottles of tire cleaner. I said, I didn't know these were even in here.
Wow.
My wife
that really
said,
is a warehouse back there.
My wife said, there ain't no bleep bleep telling what's back there and what you've done back there. And I said, yeah, man, I know. I got it. I was trying to detail the Mustang the other day, and I was like, man, I'm about out of tire shine. And I just happened to look. I said, what's in that bag? And I said, well, there's 2 brand new bottles right here. That's pretty bad. Let's see.
You need to take inventory in your warehouse.
I know, man. Let's see. Let's get back to the chat. The people are speaking here. Scott from South Carolina. He says, I have a Kramer Vanguard Rhodes shape, set neck, German Floyd, Seymour Duncan's, made in Korea. I bet that thing screams, man. Mike E says his first guitar was a $100 Blue Johnson acoustic, then a $200 Red Ibanez G something electric.
G something.
Yeah, was it a Geo maybe?
It was a G something.
Scott from New York says his first was a GTX, and I have that snakeskin GTX. Yeah, that
I thought that was the coolest thing when you got that.
Yeah, and then when I got older, it won't hold its tuning worth the crap. So.
Yeah, once you really know what you're doing, it's kind of like, well,
yeah. When you play along with tracks, you're like, well, this thing stay in tune.
Can't be tuning the guitar every
song. Yeah. Let's see. Cater says his first guitar was at a Dean Strat copy from Hames Music. I remember Hames. You remember them, Ralph?
Well, yeah, of course.
Did you ever go in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I went in there maybe twice. It was huge.
Yeah, it wasn't often, but I did go in there.
I went there a couple of times. I just remember, and it was a long time ago, and I don't, I was young. I don't know like what I know now, but back then I thought, man, this place is high. But then again, when I was that age, I never had no dang money. I was always struggling.
I know the Hames Music sign out front was tilted. It was like it wasn't straight. It's like, and it bugged me. Like, can you not fix your sign? Like, is it about to fall over?
Yeah. Get that truck out here and fix it. Hurry up. Yeah. Yeah, I remember they were around for a long time, and then they just closed shop. It's closed up. Let's see. Yeah, we just answered that. What's your oldest guitar you have, Joe and Ralph, as far as the year it was made? Yeah, that was the Fender Strat with the Floyd on it. I think it's like a 2005.
Thank you, Adam. I just checked it. He sent me a picture of the guitar. So
that's nice. That's nice.
Nice guitar. Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Scott from New York. My first oldest guitar that I've owned and that I got was a 1983 Cort Les Paul copy. I still have it. Got it in 1983. Those were big back then. I remember seeing a lot of those, yeah. Those were popular back then. Uh-oh. Decatur. Uh-oh, yeah, it's moving that way. Joe, your storm has just arrived in Welford. Oh, man. Be careful, man. Yeah,
is that where you live, Decatur, in Welford?
Yeah,
it's not too far off.
Yeah, not far from where I work. Actually, I go through there before I hit Greer, and yeah,
it's in Welford. It's headed my way.
Yeah, I probably will, and it's just lightly raining now. It was throwing down, as y'all heard earlier. Let's see. Mr. Josh Thomas chimes in. He says that my oldest is a 1965 Epiphone Olympic Special that's all original. Wow. That is cool.
That's probably $38,000 right there.
Let's see. Let me see here. Mike E chimes in. He says, I just have 3 guitars right now, 2 LP standards and a Tele. Probably going to buy a Les Paul Special when I move to Chicago in a couple of months.
Oh, wow.
since I'm going to leave my LPs here in California.
The Windy City.
Dang, man.
That's a
Moving
big
to
move.
Chicago.
Big move.
Yeah, that's a big move, man. You're going from one coast to the other. My goodness. Edwin Crane, I was trying to play winger on my GTX. Almost worked. Yeah.
Almost worked.
Yeah, those old GTXs, man, they look cool, but it needs some, I don't know if there's any help in that thing or not. Fine. Slick Rick, what's up, Ricky Hole? What's going on, man? What's up, Joe and Ralph? Slick Rick, he used to work, we used to work together, and then he got his own truck, doing his own thing. Slick Rick, hope you're doing all right, bro. Thank you for tuning in, man. ST, what's going on, ST? Where was the Carolina Guitar Show? That was in Asheville, North Carolina.
In the Carolinas. It's in the title.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. No, I responded to your question on the short too, ST. I just say ST3. ST, I see the number 3, so it do you remember that movie House Guest with Sinbad in it years ago and Phil Hartman?
Good Lord. If Sinbad was in it, I'm sure I did not watch it.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought it was funny as heck, man. And Phil Hartman's daughter was dating this dude, and he was trying to be like a Vanilla Ice knockoff, and he had the words ST3 shaved on the side of his head. Call me ST3, aight? And I said, what? I said, what? He was saying that to Sinbad, trying to be all cool and hip, and it was just
That'd be hard.
Funny.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, it was funny.
I remember Phil Hartman. Wasn't he on Saturday Night Live? Phil Hartman.
Yeah. His wife took him out. Yeah, his wife took him out, and then she took herself out. Yeah, that was sad. Let's see. Mr. Kevin Newman says, I want to see Ralph's face when you crack that half stack. Uh-oh.
Here's the thing. She's usually
When you
at work.
crank it, I think.
She's usually at work when me and Joe jam. She's usually at work, but she wouldn't care. She's one of my biggest fans, honestly.
Yeah,
really
when I was there, not this past time, but the time before, we were having so much trouble trying to get levels figured out with that Zoom H6 Studio, and we kept playing the same song over and over. We was like, why is this not working? We kept having all these technical issues.
Yeah.
Kept hearing this voice, input overload. I was like, what? Did you hear that? What is that?
I did. Where's this woman's voice coming from?
And I was like, who is that? But yeah, she's always been a good sport, so we thank her for that. Let's see here. Yeah, when we crank that hashtag. Yeah, I'd be glad to hear it. Yeah. Scott from South Carolina, he says, I have a 1979 Fender Strat natural ash with maple fretboard. Owned it since 1980. It's my closet queen. Yes, sir. Some of those guitars you just put up and don't mess with them. Yeah. Let's see. Scott from New York says, what was your first day when you, what? I think he meant, what was my first amp?
Maybe.
The first day I ever got my first amp and when I got it for the first time. Yours was a Gorilla. That's what mine was, yeah. I got my first guitar and amp together on Christmas Eve of 1986. And it was a black Gorilla amp and just had, I don't know, maybe a 10-inch speaker, maybe not even that big.
I still have a Gorilla head that I've been dragging around for 30 years because I don't want to throw it away. It's because it's a piece of equipment, you know?
I can remember that ran through my mind, and I know where it came from now because when we got done with the show last weekend, you said that, and I thought, why does that sound so familiar? And now I know exactly. You got that from me.
Oh.
And where I got it, there's a story behind it real quick. Years ago, when I was a teenager, and I was went to Myrtle Beach, and my cousin used to be married to a man that he still owns 2 huge pawn shops down there.
Okay.
Now, they've been divorced for many years, but when I went down there years ago, they were married, and I remember seeing that Gorilla Microstack, and I remember, I think I was there with my parents, and I remember buying that. So where the cabinets are, who the heck knows what happened to the cabinets? But that's where that gorilla head came from. You and me must have traded something.
We were, yeah.
We were trading fools back then. We were,
You know,
you
yeah,
don't want
we
that.
knew
Here,
each other.
take
So
this.
if I traded to you, it wasn't far, you know, and
Yeah.
whatever you traded me, it wasn't far. So it wasn't
Yeah,
going.
we traded musical stuff a lot when we were teenagers. So that's where it came from. So you got the gorilla head, but you don't have the.
I'm going to take that gorilla head and put it on this EVH cabinet. That's what we're going to do.
Oh my God. That'd be horrible. Oh man. Yeah, my first amp was a gorilla. Yeah, I think that was the big amps back then for when we were young. Yeah, that was seemed to be the big thing for beginners.
I don't know if they got bought out or just petered out.
I don't know. It's a great question. Kerry Crouch, he chimes in. He goes, my first guitar was an Aspen acoustic. My first electric guitar was in 1975, Gibson Deluxe Les Paul. It's long gone now. So many coming and gone. I wish I still had them.
Man, I've had and lost and traded and pawned and sold so many drum sets and amps and guitars, man. So much. If I had all the stuff that I had accumulated over the years, I'd have a warehouse too. Stuff comes, stuff goes, and I would just. And of course, you always look back. You know, man, I wish I would have kept that. You know,
is there one in particular that you wish, whether it be an amp or guitars, or one you wish that you would have kept?
Black Yamaha drum set.
Really? Now, did you have that when you were still living with your parents and in their house, or was that after you moved out?
No, strangely enough, Joe, I got that Yamaha kit from my sister. If I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I think she had. I'm not mistaken. I mean, you know,
I don't recall that.
A little skewed. When I'm Joe, I had it in that mill house that you would come over to.
Yes. Okay.
The chains and stuff.
Yes.
It was cool.
That's it. I remember now.
Yeah.
You had it in that other room.
Yes.
Because the bedroom had the amp and the guitars, and that other room was that's where you had the drum set. Yeah. Yes, I remember now. Okay. So you wish you still had that. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I just still wish I had that one. I had a good time with that set.
Okay. For me, there's a piece of gear I wish I still had. I know I've said this before, and I thought about it before I sold it last year. I thought about it. I said, man, do I really want to do this? It was one of those items I put on Reverb, then I took it down.
Oh.
Relisted it, took it down. I did it twice, and that was that Satriani Silver Surfer.
Really?
Yeah.
The red one?
The red one with the Silver Surfer comic book.
I wondered when you said you were going to put it up, I was like, man, you really want to do that? Because you looked forever to get that.
I did.
You finally got it.
I did. But at that time, I know this is cliche. I needed the money.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I had to get this. I had to get this heat pump, this AC heat. They call it a heat pump. I had to get it fixed. It was in the 1st of January. We had snow and ice on the ground. It was cold. The heat wasn't working.
That one brought in some good money, didn't it?
It did. It did. I pretty much broke even on it. Yeah. So I kind of wish I still had it, just because it was one that I wanted for so long, and it's rare. But yeah, it wasn't up when I finally made that listing public. It wasn't long. It was gone. And the guy got the original hard shell case, the original hang tags. He got all that was in it. That guy snagged it up like that. And I was like, okay. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. This guy, Allen Guitars I had a little crate practice amp. I had a crate amp. Now
Me too.
I saw that, I forgot all about it. Yeah, I had a crate amp too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember I had a crate amp, and it was either loud or off. It was just, and it didn't have no effects on it either. It was big, but I was like, this thing is really bland, and I just, I don't know, man. It was, I had it for, it had a 12-inch speaker, and it was the only big amp I had back then. That was in the 90s, late 90s. ST3, we need a guitar show back in South Carolina. I remember there was one at the Jamil Temple Shrine. That's where we went, Ralph, for the Supersonic.
That's where that was?
Yeah, that's where that was. Yeah.
That was
ST3. Yeah, that was where that was. They had that not long ago at the Shrine, I guess a month or so ago. Mm-hmm. And we did a video on that. on the channel. They Lonely Hound Guitar Company hosted that event, and they let us in there a day early because we accidentally went there a day early. We got mixed up when we thought it was a Friday and Saturday
we were
event.
scrambling. We had to make some phone calls. I said, Joe, you need to. And Joe got on the phone and started. Look, we did this, and we're really sorry. Can we get in? And they let us in.
They were kind enough to let us in before the public, and so we filmed, and we got very fortunate, and they were very kind to let us do that. And but yeah, that was where that was. That Jamil or Jamal Temple. That's where that was. Yeah, in Greenville. Yes. Edwin Crane talking about Saturday Night Live and Phil Hartman. I'm a Norm Macdonald guy. Yeah, he was good. Norm Macdonald. Splong Guitars. Y'all are in Dallas, North Carolina. Nice. Okay, you're right there at Gastonia and stuff. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, crate practice amp. Yep. I'm trying to get caught up here, y'all. Downtown AJ Brown. Ralph, you have to plug that head into that cabinet.
We're talking about the Gorilla, I'm sure. I'm going to do it just because I'm going to make a video too.
Oh my God.
That's a new song. I plugged my Gorilla head into my EVH cabinet. Make a song, Joe.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Mike E chimes in. Funny, I used to travel for work 15 years, and I remember the first time I told someone I was going to Charleston, and they said, "You're going to love it." Too bad I was really going to Charleston, West Virginia. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a lot of stories about West Virginia, but I'll keep that to myself. Let's see. Lance, hey Lance, he goes, "Hey Joe and Ralph, that guitar show was awesome. My first guitar show, and was amazed. The crowd they had. It was a long line to get in." He said, "Yeah, we got lucky. We got right in there."
Relive all that tomorrow when our video comes out. You could be just like you were there again.
Yeah, the video will come out tomorrow. Yes. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Mike E. Let's see. I'm trying to read these as they come in. Little Brownsville from Sam Ash was my first amp. Okay.
Little Brownsville.
I
haven't heard of that one.
Okay. Let's see. Rod. Hey, Rod. He says that my crate cabinet has Celestians. It sounds great. Yeah. I don't know what that old crate amp I had years ago. I don't know what it had in it, but I just remember it was. You could not get that thing at a bedroom volume for nothing. I was like,
it was heavy too, if I remember.
It was heavy, and all I had was some overdrive pedal I put in the front, maybe a chorus pedal, trying to
jazz it up a little bit.
Something where it wasn't so bland, but I don't remember what I did with that amp. I don't remember what happened to it. I have no idea. I might have left it behind from a move or something. And I was like, man, screw that amp. You know, I was like,
lugging that thing around.
I was like, let somebody else mess with that thing. Yeah.
Don't even sound good.
And sometimes I'll. It's been a long time, but if I went to a pawn shop years ago, I would see one of those old amps or one of those old PVs, and I was like, oh my God, I remember those. Old things, man. I was like, is anybody going to buy that stuff? I mean, I highly doubt it. But
not the people that know. Not the people that know.
Yeah, I would walk.
Somebody don't know what it is. Yeah, I'll buy that amp.
I saw. Like I told you earlier, I'm on that Facebook group called Greenville Guitar Exchange. I think Greenville Guitar and Gear Exchange or something. It's just for Greenville County, and this is what I see. I've seen a few people do this. And this guy had this amp for sale, and of course it's used, and it's dusty and everything, and he tilts it back and takes a picture, and he goes, "It's a little dusty, but I'll take $100 for it." I'm like, dude, why don't you clean it up? I mean, it's
a feather duster. It takes a second.
I mean, it looked. I was like, look all that
air,
dust.
blow out the pickups, and something.
Now this was an amp. It was an amp, and it was all you know how the bottom of the amp cabinet comes out, and it was dust all around. I was like, dude, clean that up, man.
Was it worth $100?
In my opinion, no.
$100 worth of dust?
I was like, Nobody's going to buy that if it looks like that. Appearance first.
It's true. It makes it
impressions
look
are
like it had
everything.
been taken care of. Is the first thing I think of.
First thing is have it clean if you're going to list it. You know, and
As is.
one guy on Facebook, I don't know him. He's just somebody that started, I don't know, following me or whatever, and I appreciate that. He took a picture of his room, and this guy's got to be our age. There's like 3 guitars on his bed. The bed's not made. The room looks like a disaster.
That's
and
the
he,
thing.
And he puts on the caption, "Just another day in the so-and-so household." And I was like, oh, my God.
And oblivious to the unmade bed and the clothes in the floor. And I'm not dogging people, but yeah, I see videos of people playing. You know, they'll play in the background. What are you doing? Now this is out there for everybody to see.
Man.
I see your skid mark drawers in the floor over there.
I've seen that, and I was like, dude, do you not? What are you doing? And I was like, okay, to each his own. But I just thought that was very odd. Oh, Scott, that's a good question. Joe, have you ever owned an ADA MP1? No, I did not. I know those were huge in the 80s, kind of like a early version of effects processor and all. But no, I never did. Those were way out of my league when I was young. But I remember all the big time players had those. Yeah, had those. Edwin Crane, West Virginia is a tunnel. Roads on the side of the mountain, then another tunnel. Yeah, they call those hollers. Yeah.
Hollers.
Yeah, it's a road and they take you into out to a whole nother dimension. They call them hollers. It's just backwoods stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Cater chimes in. He goes, they had is that Sovtech MIG MIG 50
Yeah.
at the show for 1,300. I had one of those back in the 2000s. They were going for like 300 back then.
Exactly.
Should have held on to that one.
You just don't know what's going to, age well or go up in price. You don't know at the time. If I knew, I'd have kept all my Star Wars figures from the 80s and the 70s.
I repurchased those years ago when you brought up Star Wars because you remember I had all that stuff too. Yeah. We both did. And then I was on eBay one day. This was a long time ago. And I found it was called a lot. And when they say LOT, like a bundle.
I got you. A lot. I got you.
And it was called the First 12. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was the first 12 that they released, those certain figures. Uh-huh. And it was, it was a pretty good price, but it was manageable at the time for me. And so I bought them. And when I got them, that guy had each one individually bubble wrapped in like little mini bubble wrap paper.
Storms here.
Yep. See there? And then if you turn it over, you look on the back of the leg of the figure, it says copyright 1977. Oh, that's when I knew it was authentic. I was like, "Yep, cool. That's what I had when I was a kid." And
the little Jawas or whatever. I think back in the day, it actually had a felt robe on it. Yeah,
mm-hmm. And I bought 12 of those, and I had them displayed for a while, and I ended up putting them in a box, putting them in Ziploc bags, and I want to get one of those display cabinets like I told you about, the Elliot, like off Temu. But I have to get rid of some stuff to do that. But
you're working on it.
We're trying to get there, man. Let's see. Mike E. He says that, by God, West Virginia is a trip. I was always there and all over North Carolina for work. Brought bed bugs home from West Virginia.
All right.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about that state. It was just a different experience for me, and it was just the area I was at the time in my life for a week visit, a week stay. There was nothing to do, and it was just I was like, oh my God, and it was just the economy was really bad at that area. I was like, what do people do around here? And I'm not being a smart ass. I'm just saying they either worked back then it wasn't even a Walmart Supercenter. It was called a Division I store. There wasn't even a Supercenter there at the time. Mm-hmm. They either worked at Walmart or the restaurant across the street or the Waffle House or the Dairy Queen. That was it. And I was like, wow. Or the concrete plant. That was it. But that's just, it's just a different way of life. Let's see. Let me see what this jumped on me. Let me see real quick.
Smoke cigarettes is what they do. I'm sure.
Yeah, I was smoking back then too.
They're
Kevin
always
Newman.
outside on a break.
Yeah. Kevin Newman, my old crate, had a big EV speaker, and it was super heavy. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Decatur had a big die-cast metal Airwolf back in the 80s. I bet those are worth a lot of money now. I remember that show, Airwolf.
We were talking about the Bionic Man on the way up there. You know, the one where you can look in the back of his eyeball.
Yeah.
Like 2 feet further.
Bionic Man.
You go,
Jamie Summers is the Bionic Woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was the cool shows, man. I can only watch the original Star Wars movies because I grew up with them. Don't care for the new ones. Always thought.
And I understand that too, because when the ones we watched, which I thought were the first ones, and then they go make new ones that are really the prequels to the ones that we've already seen. You know, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, when they and back then it was called Star Wars. It wasn't called Star Wars: A New Hope. It was just Star Wars. And that was what we consider us Gen Xers, the original trilogy. So yeah, it's time for a Ralph jam. Time has gotten away from me. I've been. Let's see here. Let me close this pop-out chat and share screen here, and we have got to check this out because I was able to get a sneak preview of this last night, and I was blown away. Let's see here. Add to scene. Spotlight. All right, y'all. Check out Ralph's cover here. Is there anything, Ralph, you want to add before we play?
No, I think it's self-explanatory.
Okay. All right, y'all. Enjoy the video. We'll be back in just a second. Hang tight. Oh, yeah.
Funny thing about that song, I know Steve Lukather's incredible, but I found the solo on that song to be very unamazing. So I didn't even pursue it. I'm like, kind of, I don't know. I didn't care for the solo, so I didn't even try to pick it out.
Yeah. I've always loved that song. Yeah. Thank y'all for checking that out. I couldn't highlight the comments because once I did this pop-out chat and try to go back to it, it won't let me access it. But thank you, Edwin and Decatur and Ted Fair. What's up, brother Ted? And Rod gives it the approval of the horns. Thank you, Rod.
Official approval.
That's right. Decatur says, how is that PV head back there?
Yeah, that was a freebie. That's a story me and Joe had with that half stack that we got from the Guitar Center. Is that what you're talking about? That PV?
The PV half stack. Yeah, we went to, was it last May it was on my birthday. It was either last year or the year before. I don't know if it's 2024 or 2025, but we got a video on the channel about it, documenting it. We went to Guitar Center to check stuff out, and we were coming out of Guitar Center, and there was this guy that just pulled up in a Jeep. This is when I started my Dodge Ram. And he said, you guys want some guitars? And immediately red flags are going off in my head. And Ralph's like, yeah, what you got? And I was like, no, don't do that. We don't know who this guy is. And
he looks at me, Joe needs me. He needs me.
He says, dude, just calm down. I was like, dude, this could be a setup. He goes, a setup for what? And the guy pulls up. He opens the back of his Jeep door, and it's loaded with. There was a PV half stack in there, the 4 micro Marshall amps behind Ralph there. They were in their boxes. The boxes were dilapidated, but the amps were good. Yeah. And we were putting all the stuff from the back of his Jeep in the back of my truck. Ralph, he's handing it to Ralph. Ralph puts it back in my truck. I'm looking around like this, like, oh my God.
Calm down, Joe.
And,
it's fine.
I was just waiting to hear 27. I was waiting to hear that, man.
Oh my God, Joe, calm down, man.
But that guy said, okay, we'll see you later. And he took off. And I said, Ralph, get in the truck. We left, and we
like somebody was chasing us. What are you doing, man? Nobody's chasing us.
We get back here, and I'm looking in the mirrors, and Ralph's like, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, what just happened? So
free stuff. That's what happened.
And so that's where that PVF stack came from.
Yes.
And we got it inside here, and we turned it on, and the power light comes on, but
it lights up. It works.
But you don't get no sound out of it.
The tubes need to be replaced. Somebody needs to look at it.
I don't know if the tubes need replacing or if it needs a new transformer. I don't know.
I'll just use that Gorilla head. That'll fix
it. It can't be nothing too serious, but
right.
Yeah, that's where that amp came from. I told you when we get together, there's always some crazy something that's going to be able to tell a story. But yeah, it was that's where that came from. And we got here, and Ralph's like, well, out of all this stuff, what do you want? I said, dude, look at this. Do I look like I can put something in here? And Ralph's like, okay, I'll take it all. I said, yeah.
One thing, you took the EVH cover.
I did, that amp cover.
Half stack come with an EVH cover, which was odd. But Joe said, yeah, I'll take that cover.
I don't even know if I have that cover still, which sucks because now I got a iconic cabinet at your house.
Right.
I bet I threw that thing away. Damn. But I was like, what do I need this cover for? But I don't know if it's over there or hell, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, let's get a few more of these and we'll get out of here. Mike E says, I had a PV Triple X head on a Marshall 1960 lead cab and in a high school band. Now that I'm older, I probably sounds loud and like crap.
Well, that's probably true. I look back at stuff and like that. Me and Joe have talked about this little PV micro stack that I had initially, and it sounded so great. It had this great chorus button on there. You mash that chorus button, it just seemed like it come alive. And Joe played it through it, and Joe had to have it. Joe wanted to trade me something for it.
Yeah, I traded like two guitars and an amp or something.
And it makes me think now, do you think it would have sounded as fantastic as the memory in my head? It sounded like, because I thought it sounded incredible.
It did
but if we play it now, we'd be like, oh, what was the big deal?
Yeah, I don't know. I know then it did, but now that we're older and we're more mature and our musical knowledge is better, we might go, yeah, it's okay, but
Yeah.
Ted Fair, he says, I remember that story. Didn't that gear belong to that guy's roommate? We don't know.
That's what he said.
I don't.
He said it's my roommate's gear, and we tried to put pieces together on ourselves. Like, I don't know.
I was like, damn, he must have been really pissed at his roommate.
I mean, the speed at which they were unloading and helping us transfer the stuff. Yeah, it seemed like the cops were going to show up, but I wasn't
That's what
concerned.
I thought. I was like, is this some
concerned.
hot gear or what? What is going on? But yeah, but that was a funny story because I was getting ready to back out and that guy pulled up. Hey, I was like, who the hell is that? And Ralph's like, you know him? I said, dude, I ain't never seen that man in my life. But anyway, yep. Ted Fair, the PVJSX, yeah, Satriani amp head, yeah, and amp, yes, amp and cabinet, awesome. All right, we've hit our mark. We've actually went over by a few minutes, so I got to get finished with this video for the guitar show and make sure everything's good with that. So I still got some time to go tonight before I can hit the sack. And y'all just stay tuned into the channel.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got an estimate on the time, but you don't really know.
When the video will be available?
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow probably about, hopefully about 3 p.m. or something.
All right.
Between 2 and 3 o'clock. Is that all right? Is that fair?
That works for me.
Yeah, something like that. And we'll put it out there, and hopefully y'all enjoy it, and just stay tuned in to the channel is all I can say. So
yeah, we got a big one coming.
Yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and thank y'all for tuning in. We had a great time. Thank you again to the chat. Thank you to everybody that took time to comment, and thank you to the members. I appreciate it so much. And if there's not anything else, I'm Joe, and
I'm Ralph.
All right, y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you later.
See ya.